Ladies, it's someone's birthday. Pop it. Time for that 7:30 p.m. energy drink.
Got a lot of PlayStationing to do.
It's true.
And you know what the worst part is? It's going to be a lot of waiting for it to set itself
So
up.
so much staring at it as it goes 6%, 7%, 7.8%.
I thought you were going to say back to 6.
Ooh, you don't want that.
6%.
If that happens,
7%. 6%. 5%. Explosion.
It's like what Jonathan Parks in Airplane when he's the air traffic controller.
Yeah.
He's at 18,000 feet. He's at 14,000 feet. He's at 19,000 feet. What an asshole!
That, you know what, Scott? That's going on the list if next season is does it hold up?
Spoiler, it totally does.
I mean, I'm sure it totally does,
Yeah.
but also, when was the last time you saw that movie?
I saw it in the 2010s.
Okay.
But no, that's definitely one for the list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a real got a proving ground match. It's gotta show us that it deserves to have all of the love and affection that it gets from everyone.
Them Zucker boys. The Zaz boys.
The Zazzers.
Zucker, Abrams, Zucker?
Yep.
Yeah.
I wonder what their ethnic background is.
Could be anything.
Could be anything. Who knows? Who could even?
But if
tell?
you had to guess, gun to your penis, gun to your foreskin, what would you say?
Don't have any, so that's a empty threat.
Have you ever thought of reattaching
it?
Yeah.
You know
So
what-
you can be a whole man again?
You know what's kind of gross is that you do it and then you just kind of like chuck it away.
Yeah.
That you're like, oh, that's recycling, that's glass, that's
foreskin?
that's foreskin, that's placenta.
I would say that is gross, but I would say the moil who sucks the blood
Yeah, that's
off
true.
is grosser.
Why are they letting moils do that?
I don't know, but they shouldn't.
They really shouldn't.
It seems like they shouldn't. Hot take, maybe stop the whole practice. Who's it for?
I don't know. I'm fine with it.
You're genitally mutilated. That's a tricky.
That is a tricky combination.
That's
of
a lot
words.
going on, consonant-wise. What are you doing for your birthday?
Playing PlayStation 5. Well, I'm not working because I weaseled my way into having my birthday off.
Yep.
So by redoing the schedule while my boss was out sick, and then he didn't notice I redid the schedule.
Nice. Oh, so you're off on the Tuesday.
Yeah.
Nice.
On my actual government birthday. I'm going to go see a movie by myself in a VIP theater and have them think I'm either jerking off in the back or recording the movie.
Make sure it's a children's movie. Make sure it's The Croods 3.
Oh, that's a spicy meatball.
What's a kids movie you could jerk off to on your birthday? What's
in theaters?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's the least appropriate movie you should see? You got a Mario?
Yeah, Mario probably.
You got.
Although I feel like Mario is mostly like fat losers. You want to see it?
Apologies to all fat losers listening.
Whatever. You got Super Mario. You got
Evil Dead.
That's a kids movie. Yeah.
I'm spoiler. I'm not going to see it because I think it's too scary.
I mean, you don't like scary movies anyway.
I don't. You know why?
Because they're too scary.
Because they're too scary.
Yeah, that's fine. I will probably treat myself to one of two movies, depending on how interested I am in going.
You gonna do a double up?
No, because they don't play as frequently as they used to. Like, before they were the VIP theaters and they redid everything, things would play, like, there would be 2 o'clock,
yeah.
there would be 3 o'clock, there would be 4 o'clock, there would be 5 o'clock.
Tough to double up at VIP.
Yeah, now it's like 2 o'clock and then like 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
So there's like...
So you gotta, like, hide under the seats for
or
a while
I just have
if
to
you
kill
wanna do a
time.
double
Yeah,
feature,
like, I don't want to do that. So,
or you could see a goddamn 3-hour movie.
I already did last time by myself in a theater where they thought I was jerking off or pirating.
I didn't know that was a
I didn't tell you? Yeah.
Oh.
I went and saw Beau is Afraid in the VIP theater, 2 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon.
Love it.
Back row in the middle by myself. I ordered a chicken Caesar salad And when the girl came to take my order, she asked me if I was alone. When the guy came to deliver my order, he asked me if I was alone.
Oh.
And I said, yeah, I don't want to see movies with my friends. And they were like, oh, okay.
Well, that's okay. Obviously, you had a very busy day and couldn't make it to my show.
I was busy jerking off in the back of Beau is Afraid.
No, that's fair. I didn't know.
I
didn't know you had so much going on.
That wasn't this Saturday.
Oh,
that was like 3 Saturdays ago. It was like this. It was a Saturday the week after we got back from Vegas. So last weekend, weekend before, whatever it was, whatever it was. It wasn't this Saturday.
Okay.
So I'll either go see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 because I'm a loser, or I might go see Sisu.
I don't know Sisu.
It's like a Finnish movie where it is kind of just like...
Is it CISO, about the rise and fall of NBC's comedy streaming service?
Yes.
Oh.
Actually, it is. I was pronouncing it wrong. He's like a old, gruff Finnish guy who gets revenge on the Nazis, and then it's just like a ton of extreme violence and explosions and cutting throats and scalping people and blowing up heads. And it's like one of those kind of movies. And that's kind of up my alley, and that's how I'd like to spend my birthday.
I like it.
Jerking off to that in the back of the theater by myself.
Mm-hmm. As God intended.
As God intended. Hey, I'm Drew.
I'm Scott. Hi.
Worst year of our lives, or the news, or whatever you want to call it. Or the best day of your week. Let's start calling it that.
I like that too. I like the best day of your week. Two guys who are good at podcasts.
Two guys sitting in a hot tub on each other's laps because they're both gay.
On each other's laps. That's a...
It's legs over legs.
It's a horrifying hall of mirrors.
Well, that's how we're doing it from now on.
Ouroboros of laps and legs.
Yeah. The Aurora Borealis. At this time of day, in this part of the country, localized entirely in your kitchen. Yes.
Yes.
May I see it? No.
No.
I'm gonna. Do you want to do the things we have to talk, like the ads and the things,
the business,
or should I do my immediate response to the questions I didn't know about at the Q&A?
You know what? Let's do that first. I'm tired of always having to do stuff that makes us money up front. You know what? Forget the money for a minute. Let's just enjoy it.
It's not about the money, Scott.
It's not about the money.
It's about the friends we made along the way.
Exactly.
Go
ahead.
Someone had asked, what are my thoughts on Pascal's wager?
Yes.
Which I didn't know what that was, and asked if it had something to do with Pedro Pascal, and got no answer, so I moved on. But Scott nicely explained it to me.
I'm really nice.
And I think under no circumstances should anyone believe in God.
I said the same thing.
So,
even though it makes more logical sense to...
How, though?
I'm not... I explained how.
But...
Because if God doesn't exist, it doesn't matter what you believe.
Sure.
If God does exist, you better fucking believe in God.
No.
Because if you don't, you're fucked.
I'll gladly roast in hell.
I said the same
to spend
thing.
my entire life not wasting it pretending that there's a God.
100%. And I said, I know it makes more logical sense to believe, but there's no way I'm giving up the smug satisfaction of being right that there is no God if there is no God.
You need to take another victory lap.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You get to take a Demi Lovato victory lap.
Oh, that felt so good.
A second Demi Lovato victory lap.
Right.
And then a God victory lap. Those are the three best victory laps.
Demi, God.
Yeah. It's beautiful. Under no...
Which I guess that's what some of the lesser Greek heroes are, right? Demigods?
Demigods? Yeah. I, under no circumstances, believe that you should believe in God in any shape or form. You know the year starts with a 2, right?
That I always go back to that.
we have like indoor running water and toilets. We have iPhones and PlayStation 5s. I don't think we should be believing in an all-knowing deity that hides in the clouds and oversees everything we do. Also, if there is a God, he's a bad guy because he's letting everybody molest kids.
Yeah,
mostly Christians.
Like, yeah, he kind of sucks at his job.
Yeah.
Best case, God is real and sucks at his job.
Yeah. Best case, God is in heaven and turning a blind eye to pedophiles. Best case scenario.
As the Pope does on Earth.
As the Pope does. So there's your answer for that.
Yep.
Then Coraxa had asked...
Coraxa, who apologized via comments for making her questions too complicated for you. And I said, no, this isn't on you. Drew's mentally retarded.
Yes, but also I was like 2 hours in at that point.
It's true.
And I'm very zoned out.
You're a little punchy.
Tails or ears, I thought was like...
Well, I think you understood.
Would I rather have a tail, or would I rather have like big ears, like snap ears? That's how I took it.
Yeah, which I think you could argue. I think it was just a general tails or ears comparable to tits or ass.
Yeah.
Because then she wrote T and E, and the T and E like threw you for a loop. Like you didn't understand.
I thought it was a typo. I thought it was some kind of copy and paste typo or something.
Yeah.
So are you
I assumed in any circumstance, tail.
Is the question, do I find tail or ears more attractive, or tail straight up means ass and ears straight up means tits?
No. Tail or ears. No tits, no ass. Tail is near ass, but not in this
Yeah.
Literal tail or
I think
ears.
Tail.
Yeah, I agree.
Tail always
ears are nice, but
Well,
tail first.
Depends though.
Sure.
Because not everything has good ears.
Well,
most
I'm only thinking cats,
most
honestly.
things have good tails.
True.
Right? So yeah, tails. Always tail.
Yeah.
And
the one that followed it.
Biscuits. Have you made biscuits today?
And Drew thought
I took too literal. That like it was a polite way of talking about poop.
I like that you thought she was asking if you've shit today.
Well, maybe she's concerned about my bowel
Regularity?
movements and my regularity of my digestive system. I don't know.
I said no. It's the fucking thing where the
It's what
cats
Seb
do
does.
the knee. It's what
Seb
Seb
does it.
I'm doing it right now.
All the time. Every time I'm at your house, he does it for like 20 minutes. Just getting himself ready to get down there.
But only in his bed.
Yes.
No other places.
Yeah, I've only ever seen him do it up there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he knows where he's doing it. So.
Yeah. So that was yes to that, because you also do it before bed.
Yeah.
To make bed softer.
Bed softer. Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously.
To mush it down. So there you go.
Were there?
I think I was the only ones I did, and then the other question was, "Is this flirting?" And I was like, "Zach, are you implying I'm flirting with you?
Are you me?
Or you're flirting with me?
You and me? You and me?
I feel like you're flirting with me always.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just like that.
And I'm here for it.
Yeah. The then there was like the real question, which was what do you want people? What's something that most people don't know that you'd want them to know about you? That was like I said
I ruin people's lives.
I don't think you ruin people's lives. I think people were glad to hear it or glad to know that.
Well, I'll be honest that the depression didn't start until my first concussion. And then it ramped up.
Yeah.
And it was it's kind of always, although I will say the last couple years it's been pretty mellow.
More level.
So maybe it's going away because I haven't had a concussion in 6 years.
Are you saying now
that there's a
this might sound crazy? That and I know that professional boxing and football would not agree with me.
Probably
that concussions might be bad.
Yeah, maybe.
That sounds nuts, but something to consider.
It's a little nuts.
Yeah, but no, I don't. No, I'm sure people were sad to hear it, but glad they heard it. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I was the same. That I sort of knew, and then the part about feeling some people treating us unevenly.
Sure.
On response to stuff, I'm I don't understand that, but okay. Okay. I said, yeah, I would feel the same way, and I hope people don't, because Like, it's very much a 50-50 two-person show, and like you couldn't do the show by yourself, and I couldn't do the show by myself. Yeah. So, yeah, and then yeah, because you're not listening to mine, so I might as well tell you mine. I mean,
fine, I'll listen to it on the way to work.
You know mine because you actually know me, and people who know me know. Have you slammed that whole?
No, I was tipping my drink to knowing you. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I knew you.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, but just basically saying that, like, people who just, like, who only listen to the show or see me stream or see me wrestle just think that they only see performing Scott, and
or like character Scott.
And like that's not Scott, and they think I can just perform like ad infinitum. And so I wanted people to know that I actually find performing fairly exhausting, and I am at the end of the day an introvert, and I need to like recharge for a while by being alone. And like I said, even at a party or something, I will go into the bathroom for a while to get away from like all the people, because it's a lot for me.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think people who don't know me don't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Is this podcast going to become less about racism and homosexual activities and more about us revealing that we're actual human beings?
I think we should still talk about the blacks sometimes.
You know what?
I think we should continue to use humor as a defense mechanism.
It was actually really fun. I actually enjoyed it.
I said at the end of it, I'm like, this was long, but strangely fun.
I did not expect to get real questions. There were some very real questions. I was expecting most of them to be like, hey, why are you guys gay? Or like, when are you going to tell us you're gay?
Which we did get. There was plenty of that.
But I expected all of it to be like
I
that.
loved the one question. I believe it was from Bluey Anarchy.
Yes, it was.
Which was, now, I have a question, and please answer yes.
Yeah.
And so are you, and please, even if the answer is no, please say yes. Are you gay? Yes.
Yes.
It was worded very well.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I didn't feel like there was any need to not be serious or truthful.
Yeah.
Like, I want people to know that, like...
I think that's what people would want out of the episode, too.
Yeah, and, like, we can put on these, like, fake personas all the time, but
to, like,
it's tiring sometimes.
Learn a little something about
like,
you. It's nice.
I get anxiety a lot over, like, obviously over things I can't control. Like, I worry about the things that I have zero control over all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And, like, I can't really control it, so I just have to, like, do what I can to, like, block it out or, like, deflect it. And a lot of that is, like, and I think a lot of people are like this, but rewatching the things that I've already seen a million times, because it helps me calm down. Yeah. And I don't actually have to pay attention to it because I already know what's happening. Yeah. And that's actually very calming. Yeah. And I think,
for example, watching Detroiters currently.
Yeah, right? Or like just like
run through.
How many times have I seen like Tosh all the way through?
A couple.
Or like The Office all the way through, because it's just nice to not have to worry about...
I think my sister's got you beat on The Office.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it a lot, but I know like everybody watches it. Like,
yeah,
there are those people that
she put up numbers.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Well, like even for me, like I'd only seen Nathan For You the first time right before COVID.
But then
COVID. And then during COVID, I watched it like 6 times all the way through. Because the thing is, like, I watched it the first time and I was like, this is so good, I don't want to forget how good it is.
Yeah. No, I get
And
that.
then the more I watch it, I'm like, okay, this is
in there now.
Here permanently.
Yeah.
So now whenever I have, like, I'm anxious or I'm uncomfortable or I can't sleep and I just put it on, I don't have to think about new information coming in.
Yeah.
And I can just, like, whatever.
Yeah.
And, like, that's the kind of stuff I like. It's same thing with video games. Like, if I wanted to play actual good video games, I wouldn't play NHL 23 every day because it's a fucking terrible game made by complete garbage game designers who don't give a fuck.
You know, you don't.
But
it's EA.
It's EA.
You know, you don't live that far from where they make the games.
So you're saying I should domestic terrorist EA?
I'm just saying. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying.
Are you asking questions?
I'm just asking questions. You don't live that far from Willingdon and whatever the cross street is in Burnaby,
Yeah.
where the EA Sports headquarters is, where they make the bad games.
The bad games.
So if you wanted to go there
Yeah.
and, like, I don't know, have a word with someone, you could.
Yeah, I could.
They're a bus ride away.
Yeah, I'm sure they gladly listen to all my complaints about how they're a terrible game company.
And now, when I say have a word, you'll notice I am doing large, exaggerated air quotes.
You'll notice I'm giving you instructions on how to strap a bomb to
I'm
your person.
holding up the anarchist cookbook as I say have a word.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just stating facts.
Okay.
You live close enough to EA.
I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was it was nice to just like get talk about that, get that stuff out there, and like since then I've gotten like tons of messages on Twitter, just like interactions of like with people that maybe I have like a little bit of interactions with their stuff, and I there was a couple people that said like, well, like Scott gets more because he like runs it's his YouTube channel and he interacts with people in the comments. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. I should be interacting with people on the YouTube
you could do more in the comments.
I really should be. And then it's just like, because a lot of those people, and like the reason I said it wasn't necessarily because I'm like, oh, pay attention to me. But
no. I understand.
A lot of people came with you from doing stuff with Adam, right?
Yeah. And I
so
said
they get more exposure to you.
Yeah.
So if you're following because they like you, and then there's just like another person here that they don't know from anything else, and it was more like, every single episode we're saying like where you can follow us on social media.
Yeah.
And then if it's like, oh, Scott got like 45 new followers this week, and I got 1.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's fine, but a lot of these people are crossing over with the podcast, and like they're only following Scott. And it's like not like you have to follow me on Twitter or like Letterboxd or whatever. And then
where would they do that?
Serious Office.
Okay.
They don't have to interact with me. It's about like the support aspect, So I'm like, you don't have to add me on those things, and then
just do it.
and then all of a sudden start messaging me and talk to me.
No, you can just do it. You can do a click and forget it.
Exactly. Like that's all I kind of meant.
It's cheap
because we're always saying like, let's try and get over this amount, and then it's like, well, I'm never getting over that amount. So
and I had said sort of in. To add on to that, like if I'm the one who brought you here, great.
Yeah.
And that makes sense. I do more stuff online. But now that you're here, and if you do in fact like this, it's not just me.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Yeah. It's not like unless you're holding down the fast forward button on any time that I talk.
That'd be fun.
That'd be really funny. But
I wonder if there's someone out there who's making edits
of just
where they
you
cut out every word you say.
Maybe.
I do Scott only worst year of our lives.
I mean, I could see somebody doing that with like old Cumtown episodes and just cutting out everything that's not Nick,
or cutting out Stavros because they're mad at him for leaving.
Yeah, maybe. But no, and like obviously the more support that we have collectively, the more you'll get of this.
Of course.
So yeah, it was nice, and I'm glad that people enjoyed it, and I got a lot of positive feedback, and now I'm gonna do podcasts by myself.
Nice. I'm glad that I didn't have to beg people for questions.
Ugh.
At all.
No.
Like they a bunch came in real fast. I'm like, oh, I don't need to make an extra tweet.
Yeah.
I don't need to do shit. We have enough by day 2.
Well, yeah. Luckily, there's enough people that listen to everything and love us, and then some of them are Eve and
and Ask 50
and Ask 50. But you know what? That's fine. Like that's great. Like I think all of her questions were like pretty like heartfelt, like honest.
Yeah, they were like
questions,
genuine questions
which is great.
and questions that weren't just answers for her. Like everyone would be interested in the answers.
Yeah, it was, and that was nice that not a lot of the questions were very specific to either like one person, one topic,
they were
one
general enough
thing
for
that
both.
it's just like general knowledge for everyone.
I feel like Dry Juice had some good ones like that too.
Yeah. I mean, all the questions were like all the questions were great. There wasn't like any stupid questions. Like there
besides the completely miswritten one from the glitch.
That was well.
If you could have all
the glitch glitched.
He glitched. If you could have all bacon but no games, or games but games and always games but no games,
Yeah.
then,
and I was like,
what would you do? What?
Did you have a stroke while typing? So yeah, I mean it was more fun than I thought. Like, I wasn't really thinking like, ugh, this is gonna take forever.
I will say
I was talking and I was like looking at the time because I was on this and I was sitting like over here. I wasn't even looking at the screen, and I looked over and I was like, oh, and I think there's a point where I go, oh, I am not talking fast enough. Like I am dicking around way too much.
Yeah, I used yours as a gauge because you were like 310
or something. Yeah.
And I'm like, I wonder if he just fucked around too much or if that's how long it takes.
Yeah.
And then I was an hour just on Eve's questions.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this is how long it takes.
Yeah.
And I was like, 3:30, I think.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could have cut answers to stuff, but then you're like taking away from people.
Exactly.
And also, like I didn't read any of the questions.
Yeah.
So I was literally just like as soon as I read it, giving the answer. So I was like, I'm gonna have to think about this like right now. I didn't want to prep anything because I wanted to give like just like straight honest answers like right off the bat. Some of them I wish I had like maybe prepped a little bit faster so they went quicker.
Yeah.
But
I listened to yours. That's the extent of the
I'll listen to yours. Stop bringing it up.
I was just saying what I did. Jesus Christ. And then the one prep I did was have my iTunes open so I could quickly scroll through and look for albums that I have the most songs from.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Which also doubled as favorite artists.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I literally opened mine as I was talking. It was just like, go. I was like, and this person, and this person, and this person. I was like, okay, now I'm just literally reading off my iTunes play or my Spotify playlists.
Yeah.
So, no, just as I have it open, not to get off topic, but somebody made a Dragon Gate music Spotify playlist.
Hell yes.
And it's all like the current stuff.
Oh, nice.
So I'm getting all the fun, natural vibes theme and all that business. It's,
speaking of which, 4 days old when you guys hear it, but also you guys don't care and only Drew cares.
Yep.
Did you hear the news?
well, this is the news.
This is the news.
So
I'm
are you
happy
giving
to
me
be
the news?
I'm
on
giving
the
you
news?
the news and the business.
Is it that they broke up Natural Vibes?
Maybe, but I don't. I only know one thing. I know that we have a world champion, Hip Hop Kakuta.
Really?
Yeah. Beat Skywalker.
Interesting.
Better than last time. They
one of them didn't have to leave the match early.
When they did one of the most basic moves in wrestling, one of the most basic low impact moves in wrestling, and his arm fell off. So things have improved in the interim 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was that. It was Hip Hop and Ben K were the two that got murdered, right?
The knockout Shote.
Yeah. Sucks.
So, yeah, Skywalker was a menace for a while.
He was. He really was.
Anyway, that was your
Hip Hop.
that was your Dragon Gate news. Yeah, world champ. World champ. One of the larger. What's been the largest butt on a Dragon Gate world champion? Is it Hip Hop? I guess they've had some chonkers.
They had some chonkers. Uha.
Uha.
Uha's got a badonk.
Yeah.
This is fucking Apollo Crews.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of his fucking name.
Uha Nation is such a cool name.
Yeah. Ah. Boo.
Sad?
Oh, wait.
What's up?
Circle means win.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oof. I thought I was looking at it wrong. I was like, oh, Kondo and Keno already won the twin. I'm like, no, they won.
They kept him. Yeah.
They kept him.
That's my new Dragon Gate news.
No, let's
I
do
was
more.
gonna say-
Let's do more. Who won the opening 10-man tag? I want to know. I want to know all the matches that aren't important.
I touched my cord and I'm now paranoid that okay.
You're good.
I'm gonna be paranoid.
It's.
about
I think
it
it's
forever.
at the computer. It's not at your
Okay.
thing. No, that's fine. As long as we don't dick around. Anyways, we got sincere. Then we talked about wrestling.
I was gonna say-
I answered all the questions I didn't know.
You did a good job.
We're not going to mention the people that aren't paying us because we did that in the first episode.
Oh yeah, but I don't know. Go to Manscaped. Use Cats 20.
If you want.
Maybe that'll also remind them to fucking get their shit together.
Yeah. Well, I feel like they also just kind of like stopped giving you copy.
Oh yeah, I haven't got copy in a while.
So like, what do they expect from us? Just to like.
I think they know how good we are. They're like, they
mean,
don't
that's
need
true.
copy. These guys got it.
It is true.
These guys love talking. If there's two things we know about these guys, they love talking about Manscaped and Hitler.
And Hitler.
And that's our brand.
That's it.
I was gonna say one more Q and A related. Oh yeah,
QAnon?
I was gonna say one more QAnon
one more
related
QAnon
things.
related?
It's actually RFK Jr.
Interesting.
Not JFK Jr. That was the.
So he really did die in that plane crash in the Hudson.
Yeah, and RFK sabotaged his plane.
Oh, what?
RFK Senior sabotaged his plane from beyond the grave.
Those Kennedys, I tell you, evil.
Ted killed a bitch.
Yes, he did.
I never saw Chappaquiddick. Any good?
I think Kelly went and
saw it by
in
himself.
theaters by himself.
You guys,
And he said, "Oh, he definitely did it." We're like, "Well, yeah,
we
everybody
know.
knows he did it."
you Coquitlam boys love seeing movies by yourselves.
I think his was because I was living downtown and he had no one to go with.
Yeah, you were
mine was
downtown
because
then.
I didn't want to invite Kelly.
Because he's on a bit of a timeout.
He's on timeout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll be back in the mix.
Yeah. Next time we do a WrestleMania review, he'll be back in the mix.
There's been a request for an all-in preview because
I'm fine
it's
with
big.
I'll find that. Yeah, that's fine.
And the request was from Tommy, who wants an executive producer credit.
Deal. You may have one. I didn't realize that JFK Jr. died in 99.
I was gonna say late '90s. Yeah.
I guess I thought it was later.
Same year as Columbine. Coincidence?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh. And he died near Martha's Vineyard.
yep. Nice spot. That's where they send the immigrants now.
Caroline Bessette Kennedy, you say?
I fucked her.
What a shame. She was so white looking.
She was one of the whitest women I've ever seen.
Huh.
Have you found some new information?
That's nothing important. Is that all we had to talk about?
And I have one more thing about the Q&A. Oh, when you said like it didn't feel like a chore or anything.
Yeah.
I agree. But
Too many greedy pigs.
Oh, that's
You're all pigs.
That's for certain. You're all
of you.
absolutely pigs.
Every single one of you.
But I did say that some people are coming up on 6 months of being pigs, and I think they're going to be pleasantly surprised with their 6-month hog badges coming up soon. So stick around. But yeah, so I was going to. You did yours on like Saturday or Friday and sent it to me on Saturday.
No, I did end up. No, yeah, Friday.
I think you did it Friday night and sent
yeah.
it to me Saturday. Yeah, and yeah, so I had it and I knew the length and I knew that I would be about the same, and I was gonna do it on Monday, and I had. I screwed on my microphone arm, had it plugged in, and then I had like a bunch of other shit to do on the computer as I usually do. It was, and it went. It wasn't late or anything. It was like 3:30 or 4, and I'm like, okay, that's all.
Oh, afternoon.
PM. PM. Oh, no, yeah.
It
wasn't that
like
late.
3 o'clock.
Yeah,
That's
the
like
sun was coming up.
That's like my normal, like, when I do things hour. I mean, for you,
It
sometimes.
kind of
Kind of is.
That would be late to start, though,
Yeah,
for me.
for 3 hours.
Yeah, I would finish then. But yeah, so it was like 3:34 p.m. I finished everything else. It's plugged in. My mic is lit up, and I'm like, okay,
Lit.
I can't do it. I had from Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
I had fucking nothing in me.
Yeah, well, that sounds about right.
Friday, main event. Saturday,
brag.
bigger main event. Brag. Sunday, stream all day. And no, I just needed quiet time on Monday. Like I couldn't talk and think or either. So I'm like, because I was originally going to put everything up as one episode on Tuesday. And I'm like, well, not doing that.
Nope.
So let's do Drew's on Tuesday. I'll record mine on Tuesday and put it up Thursday. And that seemed like the better move for everyone's mental health.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad I waited today. It would have been much shittier had I
less
had
energy,
I forced
right?
myself to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I did, because I think it came off all right. You wouldn't know if you listened to it, but that's fine. You don't have to listen to it.
Well, the more you bring it up, the less likely I am to actually do it. So, maybe I'll be nice, and maybe I'll just lie to you and say that I listened to it, and then not actually listen to it.
That sounds all right.
Maybe I'll unsubscribe from the podcast on Spotify out of spite. I know it hurts me, but it's gonna hurt you just as much.
You want to have snacks?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm snacky.
Let's do snacks.
Oh, you got them next to you.
Do I?
It's near your drink. It's right there. I'm looking at it from here.
Oh, you are.
It's down there. Yeah. Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
I was gonna debut my new character on this episode. Well, the first episode, but now I'm lazy.
You have it?
Yeah, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but it's too late now. You can't mention it. It's just got to come naturally.
It's fun for next week. So
I have been working on the opening line, so it's pretty fun.
I'm glad. So, young Eve got us some presents at the last SOS show, which
SOS.
thankfully
Doesn't
doesn't seem like it will be the last
we're good.
SOS show.
We're good.
I think we're good.
We got the pedo out, and there's only 2 more pedos there that they don't know about.
Yeah.
And
Scott and Drew.
Yep. That's what I was implying. Thanks for ruining the joke.
But we have more game.
Oh, so Scott, it's so easy to have more game.
It's a pretty low bar.
Nobody has embarrassed themselves more trying to have sex with a child than Cooper did.
The certain folks at the Boom Show, your Tonys,
Yep.
your Arties, your Nicoles,
Yeah.
all love Do You Like Sex as much as we do.
Yes.
Because they were doing it. I'm like, oh, we were doing that the whole time in Vegas. That was all Vegas was awkwardly asking.
I just went and
do you like
and
sex?
I leaned into Kelly's ear as,
Do you like sex?
do you like sex?
But yes, that was
No, I don't.
that was a failed pickup line by the ousted pedo.
By noted pedo.
Of,
pedo for our British.
PAEDO file.
Pedophile.
PDF file.
Rowdy peeper.
And where do you keep the hookers?
Out back.
Round back.
Round back. Sorry. Round back.
So,
Anyways.
at the SOS show that started like a funeral, as Ethan HD describes,
So good.
which got much better as the night went on. Pretty
did.
much once the show happened, it was good. Eve brought us presents,
Yep.
as she is wont to do, and I'm actually going to respond to an Eve comment live on air, unprecedented.
Don't tell her, though.
Okay. Wait, what?
Huh?
Okay, say it out loud. Say it out loud on air, but don't tell her.
Yeah.
I think when I was talking about fan interactions, that there were no specific like weird or awful ones I could think of. Just like the sort of categories of people that are less than great are, as you said, bad hygiene, the severely autistic, and then sometimes crossing over with severely autistic, people who don't know when the conversation is over, and that there are other people there. And I think Eve felt self-conscious that she's one of the people that's too long.
No.
And let me be clear, you're not.
The difference between you and them is that when we're having conversations with you, we're
having conversations with you.
We're actively going outside to your car or Scott's car, like, as a group.
Yeah.
It's not like you standing at the table while Scott and I are trying to make small talk with each other so you'll go away.
Yeah, no.
That's the difference, Eve. It is not, you are not one of those people.
No. Yeah,
if you were one of those people, we wouldn't be following you out into a dark parking lot after the show where you've promised us candy and goods from your vehicle.
And asking us, do we like sex?
No, we don't.
So, part of the candy and treats from your trunk from the last time was Tim's, one of the number one chips out there.
I think it's your favorite chip. What are your favorite chips?
I mean, the honestly, I've always said the Hawaiian sweet onion are one of if not my favorite chip. The fucking Luau barbecue is coming up strong too.
It's good.
I like them both.
It's good business.
My latest deal has been buying a family size of both the sweet onion and the barbecue at Walmart every U.S. trip. So Tim's is known to put out special batches time to time, and this is special batch number 98. Do I believe there have been 97 other special batches? No, I don't.
No, not at all.
That's a lie. I think they picked the numbers randomly, and that's okay. Do what you want. You're Tim's. This is steak and onion. Two things I like. You're mouthing something.
I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you.
Two things I like, so we'll see how they fare in chip form. Haven't had a lot of beef on my chips before.
I think we've had a couple. Remember those KFC ones?
We had that. Oh, those classic beefy KFCs.
Sorry. I heard
meat.
Meat.
Yeah, okay. And we did have the very underwhelming. Was it Philly cheesesteak?
Philly cheesesteak.
Pringles.
Yeah.
Nothing to them. How are we looking here? Give it a good sniff. Not a lot to them. I kind of thought it was going to go this way. I don't know. Pardon me, I'm choking. I think it's hard to translate meat to a chip.
Yeah, kinda. Because I think there isn't any like flavor or seasoning that is meat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
They're okay.
Oh shit. Game changer.
What do we got?
Well, we were talking about favorite chips.
Breaking ass news?
No, not really. Oh my god. We're talking favorite chips.
Yeah.
Mine, as I've stated many times on this podcast, are baked Old Dutch salt and vinegar.
Yeah.
Well, have pretty much disappeared.
Yeah.
The only places I could find them were the Safeway Extra right by Burquitlam Station.
Yeah.
Doxed. And that one random corner store just off of Davie. I don't know if you went with me there. Maybe once.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. That Safeway, no more.
Yeah.
So I looked and I was like, I wonder if anybody carries them. Apparently I can get them at Save On Foods.
Okay.
So
There you go.
I better go buy like 10 bags and then go pick them up.
I'm eating a lot of these.
Well, that's because you're hungry. I'm also kind of hungry. Yeah. We ate before we recorded the first episode.
Didn't have time to eat between episodes.
9 hours ago.
It was a minute. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's probably why we're so hungry for chips.
Yeah. So obviously the chips aren't bad.
Daddy hungry.
Daddy hungry. Yeah.
They're all right.
Yeah. There's more. What's that? There's more special batches?
Do you feel like you need to wash down those chips with...
Matter of fact, I do.
Oh no, you touched the thing and now it's not recording. No.
I hate you.
Huh.
How long was that the case?
No, like just now when before you moved.
Oh. I muted my mic. We're back. Hopefully, it's been all good otherwise. I mean, the waveform looks like two people were talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Good. I feel like I would have noticed when it was in my face and it was off. Yeah, special batch number 2. This time, it's a liquid. Jones special release. Have you had when's the last time you had a special release? That's when that's when you fucked a retarded girl.
No. I had a special release when I went in the bathroom earlier and told you I was peeing.
Ah, you sneak. Mm-hmm. I hate it when
Don't test me.
I hate it when Drew gets in a surreptitious jerk off.
Yeah.
Jones special release, key lime 3.14. What's it mean?
Pie.
Oh. How come they pussed out and went to 2 digits? Oh, no, they didn't
No,
go
it's
to 2
underneath.
digits.
It's underneath.
Oh, my God.
3.14159. Oh, I was going to see how far I could go, but...
Okay, go ahead.
No, I think 3.14159 is the farthest I can go.
3.14159 26535? Mm-hmm. What's that?
And then it also has 2.3.
2653523. Okay, now I know that many, and I'll never forget it.
I think I've already forgotten it.
Key lime pie soda.
I don't know. I love key lime pie.
I also love key lime pie.
It is my third favorite pie.
Bold. 1 and 2.
Lemon meringue.
Uh-huh.
Poontang.
Good answers. Gotta say. No faults. Nope. Nothing but net.
Fucking broski over here.
We each have our cheerses.
I like the smell.
Yeah? Ding. I also like the smell. Let's see how it goes with steak and onion.
And Monster white pineapple.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh boy.
I want it to be stronger.
It could use just a little...
Yeah, just a little
more push.
Yeah.
It's good, though.
A little more puss.
A little more poontang. A little more number 2 than number 3.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. It's not terrible. I would drink it, but I want it to be a little heavier.
At Jones, we're not just flavor experts, well, that's for sure. We're proud math geeks, too.
Losers.
This special release soda, with all its custardy, graham crackerty, whipped cream topped sweet tart goodness. Okay, don't get so big for your britches.
None of those words are in
There's
here.
lime and a little something else. Don't get too fancy. It's inspired by geometry and our favorite dessert, all wrapped up in a nerdy math pun. So, if you've always wanted to drink your pie instead of eating it, okay, this one's for you, my friend. Enjoy. And don't forget, pies aren't round. Pie are squared. Ooh, that one hurt me to say out loud.
Losers.
That one gave me indigestion.
Where's Jones located?
They're Pacific Northwest, I do believe. I think they're
Seattle.
Seattle? Yeah.
Huh. Well, let's go to EA first.
And then turn south from EA once our business at EA is concluded.
Well,
and have a word with the Jones people.
No. Okay, top 3 favorite Jones flavors. Go.
Existing or all time?
All time.
Vanilla cola. Mm-hmm. One of the best beverages I've ever had in my life. Then we go... The pineapple cream is nice. You made a face.
Jones has a second special release flavor to pair up with this one.
Okay. Different kind of pie?
Jones special release Hatch chili and lime soda.
I mean, I think it's probably going to be a Mountain Dew Flamin' Hot.
Maybe.
So probably not bad.
Maybe there's also two spring duos.
A spring duo, you say? A spring duo, you say? Go on.
Is these also made with cane sugar?
Yes.
So there is a key lime pie,
Yep.
and there's a sugar cookie.
I don't know if I'm excited about sugar
Nah,
cookie.
I'm either.
Yeah. The chili and lime is probably fine.
Yeah. All right, continue on your list.
Vanilla cola for show.
Yeah.
Pineapple cream's in the mix.
How about Fufu Berry?
Fufu berry's in the mix. Absolutely.
Fufu Berry's good.
Absolutely in the mix.
I like
The clear cream soda.
Ooh, yeah. Clear cream soda is probably number one for me.
I think it's my number 2.
And I like green apple. I like
Green
their
apple's
green
good.
apple. It's very good. But I don't see it often anymore.
Is there blue bubble gum?
Blue bubble gum.
Yeah.
There's grape,
Boring.
lemon lime, orange and cream soda,
It's the orange and there are better orange and creams out there.
pineapple cream.
Pineapple cream is really good, actually. Maybe someone would make a better pineapple cream, but they're the only one who make it. So I'm there.
Root beer,
It's fine.
sour mango,
Eh.
crushed melon,
No time for that.
sugar cookie,
No.
turkey and gravy,
Been there. Been there, regrettably.
strawberry lime,
Strawberry lime's not bad.
watermelon,
No.
and then a Jones Warheads Extreme Sour Black Cherry.
I've had Warhead soda
Yeah.
in like cans. I don't know if that's the same thing.
I don't know. This is just on their website.
It's fine. I mean, if it's gonna be Warheads, it should be like it's sour, but like it should be more sour.
You can order My Jones custom labeled sodas with your own pictures on them.
What if it's my gaping butthole?
Sure, I'll do it.
What are Jones's qualms?
No full bush.
Okay, they'll shave my butthole.
There's also berry lemonade. Did we see that one?
Oh yeah, it's like a pale blue.
Yeah. Kind of looks exactly like the blue bubblegum, though.
Yeah.
And then, the clear cream soda. Is that all of them? I think that's all of them. I think I like the clear cream soda.
The cream soda is the most vanilla-y cream soda.
which I like. I like
yeah.
vanilla cream
It's
soda.
like carbonated vanilla extract, and it's awesome.
Yeah, and then Fufu Berry is really good.
Yeah. Do they still make it? Oh wow. I haven't had it. in a long time.
You can buy a case on jonessoda.com
Go on.
for $45 plus shipping.
Which is probably another $45.
And that's only
or
for
more.
12 bottles. If you want 24 bottles, it's $80 plus shipping.
Okay, so
One-time purchase. You can subscribe, and they will ship
Jones
you.
subscription?
They will ship you a new one. That's crazy. Like every
day?
I don't know. Yeah, every month.
Do you get a case a day? That's not a bad subscription. I would do that.
Okay, let me see.
12-pack a day.
Oh, I don't want a confirmation email. I was just looking at what it would cost to ship it. So taxes. Oh, sorry, $88 US.
Yep.
And $8 in taxes, and shipping is calculated after you do all that business.
Yeah.
So
Which, once it's across the border, is a lot.
yeah. We're 52 minutes in. Should we get
Nice.
fucking moving on this
I suppose.
fucking thing before we fucking blow our fucking brains out? Because I want to play my fucking PS5, for fuck's sakes. No more emotional shit. No more eating snacks. Let's get back to what this podcast is based on, and that's hating on Israel.
Yep.
Confirming that women are stupid and we don't respect them, and that neither one of us is in a closet.
Yeah. That all sounds right. Let's do that.
Okay.
It's a deal.
Would you like to talk about maybe one of the most unique things that we were paid to to do?
Yes, it was. This is not a movie. This is not a music video. This is not a season of anime.
This is not adult entertainment.
This is not pornography. Although, in a way.
But it's not intended to be porn.
Bits of it were.
Yeah. You're right.
Let's be clear. We were tasked with the job of playing 2 hours of the Changed video game on Steam by Paul Odyssey, who
That's a good name.
it is a good name.
Is that like an 80s worker?
Kinda, yeah. who paid us for the 2 hours plus the extra $12 or whatever to each buy changed on Steam.
Yep.
So that was great. So your end of the bargain is fulfilled, Paul. And now here's our part. So yeah, I'm even though I'm exposed to games on a regular basis, I basically never play them. So we actually played some game today. I had heard about this game because on the in streams and stuff, people suggest stuff, and I actually saw well after the fact actually that I had made a note somewhere that said changed video game. I'm like, okay, so this was because and if I kept the note, that means I briefly looked it up and saw it was worth keeping the note. Because I'll make stuff during the stream and then check it out. I'm like, oh, this is stupid. This guy's an idiot. So this was not one of those. This guy's an asshole for suggesting this. So so this is a it's more than 8. It's 8-bit sounding.
No sounding, please. That is not in my kink list, please.
It's 8-bit. It's like MIDI music.
Yeah, thank you. That I will accept that.
That better for you?
Much better for me. I do not need to hear the word sounding, please.
And it's 2D. And basically, you're a boy.
You're a young boy.
You're a shirtless boy.
You're the youngest boy
who wakes up in some sort of tube in a strange facility. You're only wearing a pair of shorts, which you remark that they're not even yours.
They're not even yours.
And then you're basically just trying to figure out where you are and what the fuck's going on, and to get out.
Get out.
Oh, is this what that Jordan Peele movie's about?
Yeah, it was about escaping goo.
So the deal with the game is you sort of move from room to room. Like it looks like in terms of layout and style, like old Zelda.
Yeah.
Like Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Zelda.
Yeah.
So you go from room to room and read items and stuff and
discover things.
See what this is, see what that is, and then
and some things turn on you.
Turn on you.
Mm-hmm. If you're too curious about things.
Yeah, there's some things you shouldn't check and some things you shouldn't say yes to after it gives you the option to do something with it once you look at it. So it's a fascinating game in that it has so many of the right ideas except the core idea.
The world is backwards.
It's
up is down, left is right.
Yeah, cats and dogs living together, horses eating each other. It's anarchy.
Uh-huh.
So there is I don't know if I mentioned the name of the game is changed, and it is accurate. This is literally a TF game.
Yeah.
But which is great. I mean, shout out to someone making games like these. Clearly not an English as a first language speaker. This is an Asian game. But when you TF, it's a game over. The goal of the game is to get through it without TFing.
I don't like it.
No. It's so backwards. So, it's interesting. But, although, it still knows what it's doing, because you get different... So, you'll get the... if you touch something you're not supposed to, or an enemy glomps you.
Yeah. Correct.
Then there'll probably be like a quick several frame TF just on the screen within the level, and sometimes it cuts to like a close up shot.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just the one shot. Sometimes it's just like a still. Sometimes it's like a slow animation with text sensually describing it.
Very sensual.
Like very. So yeah. So it knows that TF isn't bad. I think that's just the only way they could figure out how to incorporate it into a game.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Because not only with the way it's described, also some of like the final shots, like the person is clearly not upset about this turn of events.
They're very happy that their bussy is up in the air. They're presenting, and they are very, very happy about
Paws
it.
down, tail up. That's the way they like to fuck.
Correct.
Also, there is fucking in this game.
Too much fucking.
Let's be clear. There are these scary like skull dog things that if they catch you, they not unlike the T-Rex can only see you if you make sudden movements or if you got a nice set of tits.
Which is completely science fiction and not real. But there's no scientific evidence that they couldn't see if you.
It stands to reason.
Anyways, yeah.
They'll get you. And they'll immediately assimilate.
Oh, they'll get you.
Immediately assimilate you into one of them.
Yeah.
And it without missing a beat.
Yeah. All in one motion.
Yeah. It like straight from TF to bending you over and brutally raping
And
you.
just taking you to Pound Town.
And if there's more than one of them on screen,
yeah.
they're gonna help.
Yep. They hold you down.
No one is left lonely.
They hold you down while they hold a mirror in front of your face. And the one that assimilated you is now a master and commander.
It's a real scene.
It's a real scene.
So we played it. Also, it's a pretty hard. Well, I think it's a pretty hard game. It also looked like a pretty hard game to Drew.
Yep.
But we're also bad at games. So who's to say how hard it is? But looking through it on YouTube after the fact, like well past as far as we played, it seemed like something that if I played forever, I could never pass. It also looks stressful. There are some stressful looking levels.
It's one of the ones where you have to, like, repeat the same motion for, like, 25 minutes before you finally get through it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, now what? Oh, I get to repeat this motion for another 20 minutes? Like, awesome. That's how I like to play games.
So we played through the first, like, several levels. I got made some distance, like looking at the walkthrough, there's so much more.
That's insane. There is so much more to this.
So we looked. So we're gonna look through like a playthrough on YouTube, but then we found listed. So obviously we're not the only ones looking for this.
No,
because it's by far the top search for the game. Not so much the playthrough as every transformation, which is how like they made a point of spelling it that way. And coining the phrase actually in the game. So we're like, oh, this is what we're here for anyway. So great. So we watched all through that. Good variety of end results.
Yeah.
TFs. Lots of different animals. Some, but obviously still some not occurring in nature. Shit.
No. Too many things we don't like.
Your skull things. Your like dragony things.
Wings on things that don't have wings.
Wings on things that don't have wings. There was some kind of spider bear.
There was a spider bear.
There was like a what I don't know what property it's from, but like I think there's like wolves that have tentacles on their back, and I think those are called displacer beasts. And there was a cat version of that, and at the end of the tentacles were paws.
Yeah. Oh, did not like.
No.
Did not like.
No. But then there's some good just straight ahead. Oh, when we were playing very early in the game, there's a great just straight up cat one.
Yeah.
I'm like, we won.
Like, how is this bad?
Yeah. What do you mean I have to start over? I fucking won. This is awesome.
You didn't, so
yeah. There's like
you apparently lose if you turn into the well-designed cat person.
Yeah, who then they show you having a nice nap.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that's a loss.
I don't know
by any metric.
I don't know.
But yeah, lots of variety in that. You said you knew there was a snow leopard.
I
so
knew there was a snow leopard.
We waited for that, and there was.
Yeah.
It was great.
Sexy woman and whatever guy.
Yep, that's correct. There's one good. I think it was a shark thing, but when they showed the TF, all the pecs and abs popped. It was like TF pop 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 pop.
Yeah.
So my largest complaint with it is that it's largely goo based TF.
Yeah, a lot of it's gooey.
Yeah, a lot of goo, a lot of latex.
Very white goo. Whatever that could be.
It could be anything. Oh, and there was the one level we saw that was like a giant wolf just bathing in the white goo.
Oh, I don't like that. Whatever that was can die. I do not care for a giant bath full of white goo with a white wolf in it.
Yeah, that's
Must
sort of
stink.
because the premise is there's some virus that's killing humanity, and I originally thought like it was a TF virus,
No.
but I think it's just an actual sick virus,
Yes.
and this is like a medical lab where they're figuring out how to work it so that humans don't get the virus, and it's by like splicing DNA with animals and stuff, and also goo is in the mix for some reason.
For whatever reason, goo's
Because the
involved.
game designer likes what he likes, basically.
Because he's a weird guy.
Yeah, but there's some good ones. There was a real good squirrel one.
The squirrel was
great.
How about the one that turned into multiple little cats?
Oh yeah, you turned into the regular sized one and then like divided into small ones. But yeah, the squirrel one where they showed was that the one where like one squirrel jumped you and you squirreled up, and then the second squirrel jumped you and your tail got bigger? That was sick. And then
there was that and the raccoon.
And the raccoon.
The raccoon was the same way where I was like, oh, like I hope the second raccoon makes you grow tits, and then he's like, oh, it just makes your tail 3 times bigger.
Yeah, and the end screen one of the squirrel was cool because it was like just hugging the shit out of his tail. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, so you get,
you're like, why is this bad?
You get that this is good.
Yeah.
That should not be a game over.
Nope.
And there was a good otter one where you go off like a dock into the water and fully disappear.
Yeah, and you're
underwater.
like, oh, you're swimming around under there.
Yeah, and then you pop up in a life preserver and you're an otter.
And you're an otter.
Yeah, that was good.
Yep. Yeah, that otter was nice. We were like,
oh, otter. Good animal, underrated animal.
Yeah,
I like
him.
him.
Big time.
Yeah,
crushing clams on your tummy.
Of course.
Or eating an entire
a
hot dog and thing full of French fries off your belly at a soccer game. That you literally literally only invited you to so we could see him do that.
Yep. It worked out.
It worked out perfectly. The greatest gift.
Yeah, any other stuff on the game?
No, not really. I mean, it's not the kind of game I would generally play. Like that, so it was
because it doesn't have hockey rosters.
It doesn't have hockey rosters. Or basketball rosters. You
pardon me,
a-hole.
Pardon me.
But I mean, it's fun to try new things. I don't think I'll ever go back to it because, like I said, it's not really my kind of game. But yeah, it was unique and ridiculous.
It's cool. I like that it exists.
Yep.
I look, even if I understand both as a cat and a TF fan, the two worst things you can be, especially in combination, that I am the pickiest bitch in the world. And I only like very specific things. And this wasn't all the specific things. I'm not a goo guy. I'm not a latex guy.
I am not a goo or latex guy either.
Yeah.
The one thing I'll say is that the first level, so we had the sort of like game guide loaded up.
Yeah.
And it was telling you like how to like, you know, in case you get stuck, and sort of like tells you how to maneuver something.
A walkthrough thing.
And it was at the point where we're like, I don't understand what the next move is. Like, how do we move from this to this? And then it's like, oh, well, it's already assuming that we've gotten out of the first level,
it
and
gives
not
you-
that we're stuck in the second level.
The walkthrough starts on the second room.
Yeah, so we're like, well,
Because what it was saying in the walkthrough didn't apply to what we're seeing in the room. And we're like, oh, it just assumes you're not so stupid that you can get out of the first
level.
I'm like, you shouldn't make assumptions like that walkthrough on Steam.
Yep.
But yeah, I am even if it all the things don't cater exactly to my taste,
Yeah.
I am never going to be mad that a TF game exists.
Yeah.
Keep making TF games.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a good premise.
It's a very good premise. It's very, very cool.
And figure out next one. Figure out a premise where it's good and not a game over.
Where the end result isn't, oh, I'm this
Much
super attractive,
cooler thing than when I started.
half human, half animal.
Yeah.
But now I'm losing because that's not super cool.
Yeah,
Dumb. I hate it.
ridiculous.
We're goddamn ridiculous.
But yeah, thanks, Paul, for that.
it's-
it definitely and it's such an interesting
Yeah.
suggestion.
It's fun to do something different.
Yeah,
We could have just been doing another movie or another anime.
mix it up.
Mix it up.
Torque, 2004,
The most 2004 movie you'll ever see.
brought to us by Honest Gaslighter.
Yeah. You know what? If you're gonna gaslight, be truthful about it.
Be honest about it.
Yeah. Be real.
Drew, you're acting crazy.
Yeah.
Honestly, like not joking.
I feel like I'm gonna gaslight you.
You're acting crazy right now. Apparently, you got a bunch of gaslighting advice from Beau is Afraid, so I'm gonna have to watch it myself
did.
to counteract it.
I did.
You're gonna Beau's mom.
I'm not gonna spoil it for you until after you see the movie, but then once you see the movie, you're getting it all.
I'm gonna get you.
It's some like expert level gaslighting for sure. Like it is next level.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Not for the runtime, but for the rest.
Yeah, the runtime. Yeah, you're not gonna have a good time. You're not gonna have a good time.
Oh, and this came with text from Honest Gaslighter for the for the review of the motorcycle fuck you movie Fast and Furious.
That's pretty accurate.
Have fun. And yeah, very quickly it's clear that it's Fast and Furious is gay. Bikes are cool.
Bikes are where it's at. If you ride bikes, you're awesome.
Yeah, homos drive cars.
Homos drive cars. That is absolutely. And you know what? If you drive a motorcycle, you don't die and make your friends sad.
No.
Because did nobody die in this movie?
Great question. There was a fake death near the end. Spoiler.
Aw. You ruined it for everybody.
Oh, sorry. I ruined Torque,
Yeah.
a movie you've heard of.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Because I feel like in every Fast and the Furious movie, there's like a million deaths.
Paul Walker.
Well, yeah, that's the big one.
It's a pretty big one.
That's a pretty big one.
Did they kill,
I think they...
How do I even ask the question without being racist? Hold on.
Do they
I gotta
kill
wrap...
the Asian one?
No, I gotta wrap my head around it.
Do they kill the
How do
retarded
they-
one?
How do they kill
Yeah.
the black music performer that isn't Ludacris? Tyrese?
No.
Sad.
He lives forever.
Oh.
He's a vampire. You can't kill him.
Oh, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
He's a black vampire. He's a blampire.
He's a Blackula.
A Blackula. He's a Blackula type, yeah. Because, like, they fake out kill one character who then just comes back in the later movie. And...
Paul Walker? Is he good?
It is Paul Walker. Yeah, he's back. It was all...
He's back, and he's
It was a
pissed.
publicity stunt.
I knew it.
Yeah. Yeah, they were just trying to make everybody think that he was dead, but...
Like they did on the last episode of Dave. Are you watching Dave? You should watch Dave.
No, I haven't watched it yet.
It's really good. Oh, a question I meant to ask, but you talked for too long earlier. Have you watched The Rehearsal?
Yes.
Okay.
Not all of it, but... How many episodes is there?
6?
6? I've seen 4 of 6.
Okay. Pretty good.
I'm on it. I'm on it. I just got too much roster editing to do.
I know.
This PlayStation 5 is going to eat up
I
all
wouldn't-
my time, Scott.
I
We're gonna
wouldn't
have to
expect you to watch a lot for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah. Except for I love Nathan more than a lot of things.
More than church
More than church.
and more than learning.
Yes.
Okay.
But you can't learn at church.
No, that's why I asked them separately.
Yeah.
Very quickly, it became clear, like, oh, we could have an all new metal soundtrack on our hands.
We were pretty fucking close.
Yeah. This shit bangs.
Don't worry. That is definitely a note that'll come up later.
Nice. There's a John Doe credited in this.
Yeah.
And it's not just an anonymous thing. It's a real guy with like 100 credits.
Yep.
That's
Well, I guess if your legal government name is John Doe, what are you gonna do? Like, no, sorry, that's my fake name. Like,
you know what isn't impressive on film? Cars and bikes going fast.
yeah, or just like, it would be a lot cooler if they weren't clearly fake.
I guess that's part of it.
Like, if it was real stunt work and real, like, cool stuff.
Yeah.
Sure.
But it's not.
But stunt work,
So-
not so much. Yeah, sorry, fake stunt work, not so much. You're like, oh, that's a guy on a, like, fake bike in front of a green screen,
Yeah.
and you're just making it look like he's going 10,000 miles an hour.
Yeah. So who's our guy? Martin
Henderson, who-
second appearance of the All Requests.
Yes?
Smoking Aces.
Yes.
Yes.
I was gonna ask, was he the guy who ruined the Mr. Rogers movie? But then I remembered that was the guy from the Un-Americans. What are the Americans?
The regular Americans.
regular Americans.
Matthew Reese.
Matthew fucking Reese.
Who's doing a nice little job right now as Perry Mason on HBO.
Sure, you've been talking about Perry Mason for like 15 years, I think.
Like noir-y lawyers.
Do ya?
Yes. I like. I really like 30s LA. Legit.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm into it. I'm a real LA noir guy.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, LA noir stuff's cool.
Yeah. So don't be like that.
you-
And now there's
Don't fucking tell me what to do. Okay?
Now there's lesbians in it. There's a Chinese.
Yeah, all those lesbians in
It's a
30
real
LA.
2023 1930s LA noir.
Oh, gee. I like it when they make it realistic.
Maybe
Like,
this will sell you on it. They killed John Lithgow.
yeah, but was he a serial killer?
No, he was a lawyer.
Then I'm not really interested. I only want John Lithgow dead if he's doing serial killing.
Yeah, I think he's doing that in real life.
He's a real life serial killer?
Who would suspect him? Nobody.
That's true.
Yeah, it's the perfect crime.
He's too busy writing kids' music CDs.
Is he doing a School of Rock?
No, I think he just does like straight up,
Oh, really?
like he writes things for kids' songs for like his own CDs, and then
That's adorable.
yeah,
Is he a pedophile?
He's a nice man. No, I think he's the opposite of a pedophile.
Okay.
I think he's protecting them from the streets by making them listen to his kid-friendly hip hop.
He's an ephebophile. He likes them in their teens.
Yes, well, it's the right answer. I don't want the young ones. I got sticky hands.
That's true. And not because of me.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're pre-sticky.
Any kid whose hands come pre-sticky,
Pre-sticky.
pass.
Not
Not
interested. Dunzo.
I don't know why we don't have a bigger audience.
I don't know why we don't get arrested and put in federal pound me in the ass prison.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. You know what hurts most?
The disrespect.
Well, the other thing hurts most, but then
Then the
disrespect.
There's motorcycle-based race wars in this.
Oh,
It's pretty cool.
so much race war in this. The whole movie is race war.
Yeah.
There's you got your white like my dad's bike, but like no actors you've ever seen or heard of other than Jamie Presley.
Yeah, super trashy Jamie Presley. The best. She's perfect.
She's real scummy in it.
Yeah.
This is the second movie in a week that I've seen her in where she's trash because
nice.
I did the King a solid, and I watched Jerry Springer's Ringmaster after he died, and number one, not only is that movie fucking terrible and like borderline unwatchable, but she's like, it's got to be the world record for most on-screen or like implied blowjobs in the history of cinema, because there's like 10. Also,
that's a lot. That's really a lot.
Also, I forgot Michael Jai White is in it, and
does he do a Black Dynamite?
He does not do a Black Dynamite, but he fucks Jamie Presley, and
I thought you were gonna say he fucks Jerry Springer.
He fucks Jerry Springer. Jerry likes some dark and black, the darkest.
Dark and black, you say?
Yeah, well, the darkest of meats.
I've heard the blacker the berry, the sweeter the fruit. Is there any truth to that?
That is true.
Excellent.
That is true. Dick 'em up, dick 'em down, dick 'em left, dick 'em brown.
I don't like that Ice Cube's name in this movie is T.
Yeah.
It's very confusing.
Because he's Iced T.
No, but no. You see the problem?
No?
Well, you should.
Is it because he hasn't sold out?
I mean, I think he sold out a little bit by 2004.
He sold out. He's a coward. He's a fucking coward.
But he's part of Black Bike Gang.
Yep. The cool gang.
The coolest gang.
Cool Modi and the gang.
If you were to be in a motorcycle-based race war, might I suggest the Black Guys?
I don't know that I would be allowed to be in the Black Guys.
Are you all out of shoe polish? Or burnt cork?
I don't think I should be doing this podcast with you anymore.
Answer the question. Answer the question, Senator.
You're gonna get me murdered.
When they find out about your burnt cork collection.
When they find out about my burnt cork collection.
Why has Indochina been said multiple times in this movie?
I don't know.
Especially when he wasn't even there.
Yeah, I don't know.
What the fuck was going on?
Yeah, there was a lot of real random shit happening.
Written, translated... to African, and then translated back. I was going to say translated to Chinese, but they would get Indochina right. So I had to go somewhere else.
Chinese isn't a language, Scott.
Yeah, that's what Chinese people speak.
Oh, Chinese? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or Malaysian, same thing.
Or, well, Malaysian is the same thing, so... As we've established, it's the same thing.
Malaysia is canonically part of China, and honestly, if China,
I think if you ask China, it
gets their way,
yeah,
it probably will be.
I think
I'm just ahead of the curve.
I think if you ask China, they own it all.
Number 1, Taiwan. Number 2, Hong Kong. Number 3, Malaysia.
Yep.
I don't think they're getting...
Number 4, Canada. They're almost there.
I mean, they got most of the West, and then some in the middle.
Yeah,
they'll get there.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I like a laugh. You made yourself chuckle.
Oh, I chuckled at concert at a Spark Factory.
Yes.
Exclamation mark.
Did I miss any notes that I haven't been deleting them as I go. Sorry. One note that I said, it's like this weird non-dystopian futuristic land where everybody's a fucking loser who drives a Kawasaki.
Yep.
Then yeah,
well put.
I wrote Race War. I wrote World's Greatest Coward and Sellout.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and then I wrote, this is very much a movie with Kid Rock on the soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
Like if there was ever going to be a movie where Kid Rock was on the soundtrack,
multiple Kid Rock singles.
And then that's it as far as notes so far. I wrote, are they the Power Rangers? because
Oh,
like
kind of.
one's yellow, one's
Color-coded.
red, one's green,
Yep.
one's blue, and then they're wearing helmets, so very Power Rangers-y.
And then the yellow one dies in a car accident.
Right before 9/11, so nobody remembers that it happened.
What a bummer.
I know, that sucks. Poor Trini.
Trini.
Poor
Yeah.
Trini. What was she, Vietnamese?
Chinese.
I mean, if you ask China, it's all the same.
I think she might have been Vietnamese, actually. I feel like her real name was Vietnamese. It was like a
Tran Pak.
BIPOC. I mean, she was BIPOC. Well, the plot is not important.
Is there a plot?
I think Martin Henderson stole a bunch of bikes from a guy somehow, because I don't know, he had a
Drugs.
fucking... Well, no, I know why.
Oh.
I don't know. How do you steal a bunch of bikes?
I don't know, because nobody's paying attention.
Well, what do you... Okay, I have a bunch of bikes.
Okay.
No one's paying attention. How do you get them all?
Hey, look over here. What's this over here?
I'm looking over there.
Is this a puppet? Is my hand talking?
I'm looking at your hand puppet
then
over there. How?
Where did your bikes go?
By what method did my bikes go away?
They got them towed. They called the
Like
governor.
50 bikes?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, he stole 1,000 bikes from a guy. They're all full of drugs.
Thoi Trang was her name.
That is very... although,
She was born in Vietnam.
Yeah.
She died September 3rd, 2001.
she got a week.
But at least she knows the towers. She didn't know the towers
Oh,
fell.
she died with the towers up.
Yeah.
We should all be so lucky.
She died in California. She was like 27.
I would
R.I.P.
love... I would love to have died in California at 27 with the towers up.
Yep.
However I go is going to be worse than that.
Ooh, that's sad. Her friend who was in the car with her lived and is paraplegic now.
Okay, let's bring the energy back up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this podcast just got real sad.
I fucked the Pink Ranger.
You wouldn't.
Amy Jo Johnson.
You wouldn't.
I would.
No.
If I didn't have to do anything, I would. If I had to put in zero legwork, I would.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my move. If I don't have to do shit, I'll fuck you. That's the Scott promise.
Okay. Yeah, that's true, actually. That is the Scott promise.
What else?
I got notes of, like I said, Adam Scott just feels like so out of place in this movie. But I guess like in 2004, you didn't know who Adam Scott was.
Not so
but
much.
Like now, watching him
He was
be
just
like
kind of a guy.
this like young hotshot, like what is he, like a DEA agent? What the fuck is he?
I think he's FBI.
FBI?
I said, I wrote, Adam Scott? You can't be an FBI agent. You're 12 years old, you silly. He's such a baby face.
He's such a baby face.
Except he's a heel.
Except for
Spoiler.
Well, yeah, he turns heel.
Yeah.
They do a crazy street bike race through like a palm tree, like
Factory.
forested area.
Yeah.
Which is like wild. I'm like, well, number one, I don't think those bikes are designed for off-roading.
Not really.
Through through uneven ground in palm trees, but it looked kind of cool.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy maybe the greatest cameo that can ever happen in any movie ever?
Oh.
Because in all caps, I wrote, The Dane Man!
Oh, the Dane Man.
We got Dane Cook!
Yeah.
Pretty much playing himself.
Pretty early, because like I feel like 2003 was his first album. So they're pretty early on the Dane train.
Yeah, at this point, he still had a brother he loved and a future ahead of him.
He did.
And
I wish you had.
And his current girlfriend would be -3 years old.
Yeah, that's about right. I'm a little disappointed you didn't give the Dane train a little more appreciation because I was happy with it. But yeah, it's was his current fiance, maybe even wife now, born? I guess she'd be. Oh no, maybe not.
Dane
She
Cook's
18 this year, last year.
girlfriend is.
Come on, not born. Come on, not born. Not born. Not born. Not born. Not born.
I don't have her birthday,
Matt
birth
born.
year.
Matt born. Matt born. That's Doink the Clown guy.
I don't have her birthday,
But-
but she is 26 years younger than him.
And he's 32.
51.
So she's 25 now?
Yeah.
Okay, so they've been together for a while.
Yeah, since she was
Since she was 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. And then, but no, they were friends. From age 15 to 18.
Friends.
And then very quickly after her 18th birthday, it became romantic.
And that was the first time.
It was the first time.
Romantic.
It hadn't even been discussed. Not even an issue.
Hmm?
But very quickly after that birthday.
Also, how pathetic do you have to be to marry Dane Cook in 2022?
I think you have to be a teenager.
Yeah.
And your brain hasn't fully developed yet.
His first album, Harmful If Swallowed, was July 2003.
Yeah. Look, don't come at me with Dane Cook album drop knowledge.
Okay, what's the next one?
It's a double album.
It's a double album?
Yes. It's 2 CDs.
What's it called?
None of your fucking business.
Okay. It's
Harmful
called...
If Swallowed, and it's another stupid title?
It's just a word.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bah! It's a bah word, right?
Yeah, well, sort of, yeah.
Erect.
Retaliation. And then his third one in 2006
is that a vicious
is Dane Cook's Vicious Circle.
Yeah.
And if you would like to know my Letterboxd review of the movie, which maybe I've read on here before, I don't know,
it's worth it again. We have new listeners.
Half a star. I got this as a birthday present from one of my best friends. My best friends. Because he, quote, knew how much I loved comedy. Mm-hmm. Fuck him. Darren Michael Domingo.
Oh, full docs.
Fuck you.
Give us home address.
Something Eden Avenue.
Good enough. We'll find
it's
him.
the street over from me.
It's the... Man, that was a vicious circle of doxing.
Callback. How many of his movies do you think you've seen? All of them?
Dane Cook's?
Yeah.
Mr. Brooks.
Yep.
I didn't...
Mystery Men.
I did see Mystery Man. Are we going to talk about that?
No.
2 weeks? Okay.
All 4 episodes of Crank Yankers he was on?
Probably.
How about Stuck on You? How about Windy City Heat, where he played Roman Polanski?
I want to watch Windy City Heat every day.
It's great.
Maybe that's season 5.
It's so perfect. Yeah, just Windy City Heat every week for 52
but not
weeks.
as like a punishment, like the worst idea of all time.
Yeah.
Because it's awesome and we enjoy it every time.
Yeah.
We're not watching Grown Ups 2 every week.
No.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen...
Good Luck Chuck.
I haven't seen Good Luck Chuck.
Dan in Real Life. Stuck on You. Mr. 3000.
That's where Dan's on the...
Employee of the Month.
Dan's on the pancakes in that one.
Yep.
I think I've just
My Best Friend's Girl.
Him on the I haven't seen My Best Friend's Girl. I have seen all of Dane Cook's Tourgasm.
Yeah, but that's not for him.
Dane Cook.
Dave Attell.
Robert Kelly. No.
No?
Apologize.
What's the one that Dave Attell's on?
Dave Attell's on Insomniac.
Insomniac. Yeah.
Dane Cook, Robert Kelly.
Yeah.
Gary Goldman, and a younger guy, Jay something, who didn't do a lot.
J.P. Morgan.
It was J.P. Morgan. Chase.
Got it.
The best thing on that one was, what were they doing? They were doing something so innocuous. They were maybe like, not like playing ultimate frisbee, but like just throwing a frisbee around.
Mm-hmm.
And fat ass Robert Kelly took a bad spill and uttered the famous, "I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, dude. I broke my knee,
dude." Remember when he was on one episode of Louie as himself?
That where did the lunch bang bang?
Yeah.
We should do more lunch bang bangs.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
We're a couple of fat idiots.
Yeah, we are. Absolutely, we are.
We should start doing 2 lunches more.
What if I told you that he was did you remember that he was the main voice of Dusty Crop Hopper in Planes and Planes, Fire, and Rescue? Same year.
Same year?
Same year. They were made like at the same time.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I thought Fire and Rescue came years later.
Made at the same time.
That's shocking. I can't believe it.
Okay, can we stop talking about Dane Cook now? Because he's fucking terrible.
You're the one who asked me his complete filmography.
I know. It's got just I was just when I was watching this movie, I was just thinking to myself, what is this movie missing? It's got like,
Go on.
It's got some great a great soundtrack. It's got noted Coward and Sellout Ice Cube.
It's got trash Jamie Presley.
It's got trash Jamie Presley. It's got
superstar Martin Henderson at the helm.
It's got Kawasaki's. I'm like, what is this movie missing? I'm like, NASCAR. It needed NASCAR.
100%.
Guess what? We got some NASCAR. Ask,
absolutely,
and you shall receive.
It's all the hits.
It's
in many ways the perfect movie.
Yeah. And what song is that's later, I think. That's my next note. But yeah, so they're like in the back of one of the trailers that they're trying to get the bikes out of.
Yes.
There's just a NASCAR in it. And so he drives the NASCAR out, like breaking through the back of the truck. The car's fine.
Yep, car's fine.
Lands on the ground perfectly fine.
Yep.
And then does 300 kilometers an hour while doing stunt driving, which is clearly not real.
That's about 185 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Just,
for everybody who's not.
For everybody.
Yeah.
I want to be inclusive to idiots who don't use metric.
Yes.
To America, Chad, and Myanmar.
Oh, Myanmar. Yeah.
The end.
Yeah. Well, you guys are doing
Except the UK kind of does.
Yeah, sort of.
Like they do pounds.
Yeah.
Both money and
pounds.
weight. Well,
Double pounds.
weight they do stone, which is bar none the stupidest measuring system in the world.
What are you, 14 stone?
That'd be 256 pounds. So no.
Oh.
I don't like a measurement system that forces me to do math. Oh, I'm going to tell you what I am in multiples of 14. Great, asshole. That I can really get a good idea for when you say I'm 8 stone and having a fucking clue what that means.
If I'm going to put in your worker weight, you're 15.85 stones.
That sounds right.
Now, if I put in your real weight,
my real weight is my worker weight.
You're 28.57 stones. You're not 400 pounds?
I was going to say, that feels like about 400 pounds.
I'm 14.64 stones.
Nice. Trim. Wait, 14?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I'm wrong about what 14 times 14 is. I think that's my problem.
Yep.
I was thinking it was 256, but it's not.
256 pounds is 18.28.
Yeah, that was my problem. My multiplication tables.
Are you gargling asphalt over there?
Going somewhere, Mr. Potter.
I don't get the reference. Sorry.
I got Rickman voice. I don't know why, but when we're done this, I think I'm going to watch all the Harry Potter movies. I don't know. Look, don't try to reason it. Don't try to figure it out. Okay. It's just a thing I think I'm going to do.
Okay, fine.
I don't...
Did somebody pay for all the Harry Potter movies?
No.
Oh. Then don't watch them.
I know I shouldn't.
I know.
I mean, I love supporting my girl JK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She got the right political views.
Yeah. But, I don't think they're great. I mean, there's the Quaron one. But,
yeah, but that's for the visuals, not for...
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm like, I want to watch them Harry Potters. I'm going to watch all the Harry Potters. I'm going to watch all the Lord of the Rings extendeds. And,
hey, I'm on board with that.
Okay.
That's fucking great.
Maybe we'll do that.
Yeah. Well, I have not seen the Lord of the Rings movies in, like, more than 10 years.
Yeah.
And, I mean, they're pretty great.
In January, they showed all the extendeds back to back at the Rio.
Oh, yeah.
From like 11 a.m. to midnight.
Nice.
Which I considered going to, but my tailbone really hurt. And I'm like, that is too much sitting. And the Rio's not the most comfortable theater in the world. Not even a little bit. So I felt like I'd have a bad time. If it was at the Van City, I'd consider it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like to go see like an actual series or like 3 movies or something like in one viewing at a theater.
Yeah.
But like a comfortable theater. But like not something that's all the extended Lord of the Rings. I could do one a day for 3 days.
How about 5 Twilights?
I've seen 0 Twilights, so
we can fix that.
No. I would do 4 John Wicks.
4 John Wicks would not be bad, actually.
Yeah, I feel like it would go by
I
pretty
should
quick.
probably see 4.
You should.
I should probably see 4 EA Sports
You
if
do.
you know what I'm talking
Yep,
about.
I do. I do. Yeah, I don't want to keep getting on track here because I'm running out of PlayStation time. So
I don't know.
let's finish up Torque.
I don't know what they said, but I said, I don't think you can call Thailand that. So I'm guessing, I guess it could probably involve the sea slur.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. And not the woman one,
Yeah.
the Asian one.
Yeah.
Not a Susan.
Yep. Adding to the excellent soundtrack, we get a point where Jamie Presley and the other female lead, who's the face.
Yeah, she's like she has a name.
Yep.
Yeah.
Both get on motorcycles and then have like a duel on the motorcycles. But at one point,
girl motorcycle fight.
But at one point, they're both doing wheelies and
Yeah.
like smashing the front of the car together like swords. And over top of their fight is fucking Static X.
Hell yeah.
And it rules.
So good.
And then I make holy product placement Batman.
Oh my God.
Because there's a massive Mountain Dew
Yeah.
mural on one side.
I really wanted to do the do.
And a massive Pepsi sign on the other side, and they're like under a overpass.
Yep.
Like, who are those signs?
Place for advertising. Yeah.
And they have like a big street bike fist fight battle while on these motorcycles that results in Jamie Presley getting like smashed through the windshield of a car and dies or
good
whatever.
stuff.
And then, I guess at some point we've been revealed that Adam Scott is working with the white skinheady bad guys who are actors that no one's ever heard of or seen in anything else
Yep.
ever.
It's a bunch of people who aren't Ron Perlman.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So they end up getting them arrested, and then they make off like cool street bandits.
Yeah, he turns on his girl FBI friend.
Yeah.
And clearly kills her, except she's fine.
She's fine. She saw it coming.
Yeah. I guess I was trying to make sense of the plot in my notes.
Why?
I don't know. So the bad biker guy is Henry.
Sure.
So I wrote. So Henry is fucking with him and framing him for murder because he stole all his drugs, but he's scared that if he gives the drugs back, then he won't have leverage on him anymore, and Henry might be mean to him. That's literally.
Yeah, that's it. You got it. You nailed it. Stop drilling, you struck oil.
It's very funny. Oh yeah, and then there's a couple like full-on digs at Fast and the Furious. I'm like, you don't get to make fun of a bad movie if you're a worse movie.
If you're worse.
Oh yeah, and then the not Jamie Presley girl was saying to our boy superstar Martin Henderson, you never actually told me why you chose Thailand. I'm like, oh, to fuck a boy.
Lady boys.
You silly.
Lady boy.
There were roughly 12 million camera cuts in the final fight scene.
Yes, there was. Oh,
It was
unbelievable.
nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we get to go. We all get to ride off into the sunset.
Yep.
Listening to fucking Nickelback.
Yeah. Unironic Nickelback. Do you remember unironic Nickelback?
Yeah, it's called The Death of Dick Long.
That might have... Drew, I hate to tell you, it might have been ironic.
Save me.
Yeah, this was great. Shout out...
Nickelback also plays you out at the very end of The Condemned, starring Steve Austin.
Ooh, that sounds just right.
Yeah.
And also, a little too late for Nickelback. What should be too late for Nickelback? When's The Condemned? It feels like 2007, but I get maybe...
Yeah, it's at 6 or 7, maybe.
Yeah, that's too late for Nickelback.
Not in the Vince McMahon's world.
But not for WWE films.
Not in Vince McMahon's world. In Vince McMahon's world, they're the hottest band on the planet.
You're right. I mean, they did the Raw theme.
Yep. It is, in fact, 2007. And The Condemned 2 came out in 2015.
Exciting. Did Steve come back, or was someone
Randall
else?
Keith Orton.
Ah, of course. Randy Knockout.
Randy Knockout. Eric Roberts is in it.
Hey now.
Wes Studi.
Go on.
No, I can't. There's nobody else I've ever heard of.
It
doesn't have
afraid I cannot go on.
It doesn't have a Nathan Jones or a Vinnie Jones.
One of them Jones boys.
Yeah. Do you remember, not to get off topic here, this will be very quick. I swear to God it'll be very quick. Mm-hmm. Do you remember when...
Dane Cook's entire filmography?
Yeah, go. Head to toe. When...
Tip to tail, piece of shit.
Piece of shit.
Go on.
They nope, I've already lost my train of thought. You ruined it. No, when they did all the PR work for See No Evil, and then they were like talking about the cast and crew, and they just they just talked about that main girl as Tattoo Girl. Like, they didn't even use the actress by her name. Do you remember? Do you remember that? And then everybody was like really mad at them for like not treating her like a person.
I could see it. And that was also in 2007 when nobody even cared. Imagine if they tried that shit now.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
It must have been real bad if people cared in 2007. Yeah. They must have been real mean to that bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Titan? I watched
a Titan of industry.
I watched Titan AE 1998. Did I watch the right movie?
Oh yeah, you did.
Okay, good.
That's good.
There's a spaceship.
Yep. I believe they're.
Please don't ask me follow-up questions.
I believe they're rummaging through space trash or something like that. No.
Sandra Bullock was space trash in Gravity.
Yeah.
We watched 2021's Titan. Via Orca who I kept telling Drew to watch for a really long time because he loves the movie Raw. Was it your number 2 for whatever year it was? 2015, 16?
2 or 3.
Yeah. And for whatever reason...
I can tell you right now, but I don't feel like looking.
For whatever reason, just fucking wouldn't watch Titan.
I told you why.
Because you wanted to...
Because I have this weird thing where I can't...
If I watch it...
Then I don't have things to look forward to.
the thing anymore. That's right. But then you got paid to and you had to watch it.
Yeah.
And what'd you think about it?
It was pretty good.
It's pretty fucking good.
I've seen worse. But also... very, very little better. No, it's wild. I do really like movies that... do like weird creative stuff, and like there's no like real proper answer to why they're doing the things they're doing. They just take concepts and weird things and just kind of like throw them out there. Because Raw is pretty wild too.
Raw is pretty wild too.
And
at the end of the day, it's about bitches eating people.
Because they're so hungry they can't stop eating. This one's kind of two movies that are one movie with the same character, but the character's kind of two characters. It's not your typical like here's the start, here's the middle, here's the end. It's like here's the start. A bunch of stuff's going to start happening. Then here's a second start where you're going to change the character and then continue going on from here. Yeah. And all the stuff before it is kind of like, whatever.
Sure.
Because there's murders that don't really matter in the end.
Not the serial killing ends up really taking a back seat to the family drama.
Yeah.
Which is not normally the order things go in.
Serial killer second.
Yes.
Imposter first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This oddly has a very similar opening credit sequence to Torque.
Yeah. Yeah.
A bunch of vehicles and gears and shit.
Well, you're going to find out why.
Oh, you're going to find out
why. Oh, you're going to find out.
He said threateningly.
And you're going to like it. The main character,
start with her as a kid. She has cartism.
Yeah.
She's
as opposed to trainism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which neither of us know anything about.
No, well, I mean, I don't give a fuck about trains. You love trains.
I want to ride on a train.
With you. I would like to ride on a train if we're going to go somewhere fun.
Let's go somewhere
where
fun.
Somebody doesn't ruin our trip.
Should we bring a third on the trip?
Yeah, but not the same third. Let's find a new third.
A better dog.
A better dog.
A more well-behaved.
Okay, hear me out. No dogs.
Oh,
No dogs go to heaven.
that's true.
When dogs die, they get buried in the ground and tiny bugs feasting on their ass.
Much as white women feasted on their asses in life.
Yes. Or let them feast on their asses.
More that.
Yeah. No, they got big tongues.
Women?
Yeah. women have big tongues.
I know one, that girl unborn this way.
Yeah. Too big for a mouth.
Yep.
Too big for a mouth.
Imagine having a tongue so big for your mouth that people think you have Down syndrome, even though you're otherwise perfectly normal.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. So she's in like the backseat of her dad's car, and they get into a horrific accident.
Just body wrecking, horrific accident.
It's a rough one.
She has like a skull fracture that they put a titanium plate in.
Where they say the name of the movie.
Well,
pretty exciting.
Titanium. Is that the name of the movie?
I mean, in French, yes. Literally, yes.
But then, yeah, she like kind of drastically changes her personality after that. Like,
yeah, I think something might have gone bad.
Something got jostled around
there was some
inside her skull, and
yeah.
But then we skip forward in time, and she's grown up.
Yeah.
And she's a hooker. Or no, stripper.
No.
But really, what's the difference?
It's an honest living. She's a car whore.
Oh, yeah. Showgirl, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the tits at a car show.
Speaking of showgirls, they're releasing it on 4K Blu-ray pretty soon.
Nice.
And I'm going to fucking get it.
Is there...
Ow.
What'd you do? Did you hurt yourself?
Yeah, my foot's asleep.
Want to go to the hospital?
Maybe.
For your foot that's asleep? Doctor, my foot's asleep.
Wake it up!
Is there like a stripper with a cat gimmick in Showgirls briefly?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. She's like a cheetah, I think.
Yeah.
And it's not great.
Yeah.
It's not what you're hoping it is.
I know. That's it.
Why don't we open that? Let's open a strip club that's all like
oh my God.
cat girl
Stop
themed.
Drilling.
Yeah.
It's stupid that doesn't exist.
Maybe it does.
Because, like, Dan, who's not a furry, and I think is disgusted by me being a furry.
Probably.
Sadly, I wasn't there for it, but when Luke's sister was stripping...
I was there.
She was in a cat gimmick?
Sort of. She had ears on and, like furry, wrist, hand things.
And Dan said it was the hottest thing he'd ever seen.
Well, not particularly, but it's probably because he knew her.
I guess.
And that makes you more... like enticed by them, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But like Cat Strip Club would get business.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time. I mean, you and I would never leave. They'd have to kick us out.
That's true.
They'd probably have to kill us so we wouldn't come back.
So what are our business ventures? Cat Strip Club and gritty proper Scooby-Doo remake.
Yeah. Would you want to go to Kittens Strip Club in Brisbane?
How about give me some Brisbane?
Yeah. Well, if we go to Kittens in Brisbane, then
what's going on there? We got Aussie contacts. We can send a scout.
Well, from what I'm seeing, it might just be a name only.
It might just be a name only.
I looked up cat-themed strip club,
okay.
And this is what it gave me. Yeah, I'm not seeing a lot of,
cat whores.
Gimmicks. No, it's a lot of just sluts.
Show me the cat horse.
Show me your whoriest cat.
And your youngest dog.
Oh, it's a picture of me.
Oh, that's true.
I should have said female, not man whore. Yeah, she's a showgirl at motor shows.
And I'm like, ooh, car party, Drew's favorite. Drew would love to go here.
Yay. You guys want to talk about the newest Maserati.
The newest Steve Mazzagatti.
The worst car and worst referee in the history of the world.
I like him. He never ends a fight too soon. He might let the other guy die, but you'll know who won. I like him.
He doesn't believe in CTE.
My Mazzagatti does 185.
Nope.
My Mazzagatti does 185.
So there's like a creepy fan at the car show.
Yeah, I had a huge problem with this. People get autographs from car whores?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, get out of here.
Scott, there are people.
No, I'm going to pee and rage, but go ahead.
There are people that go to porn conventions and get autographs from porn stars. You think they're not going to get it from car whores?
I think they get an autograph from the car. That I get.
We're just going to sit here in silence while...
No, say stuff.
Oh. So... The creepy guy from the show follows her out into the parking lot after the show and declares his love for her. He tries to kiss her. And she takes that as oh, maybe I'm a serial killer, and decides to fuck his shit up. She kills him using like a large metal stick or rod. Then she goes back to the showroom to shower. What does she do? She goes back to the showroom to shower. She finds that the car she had modeled on earlier has turned itself on, and she gets into the car and has sex with the car and finishes herself off. And that's something that definitely comes back a little bit later. So at this point, you kind of get more information that she's a serial killer who has murdered like a bunch of men and women in the past months. She's living with her parents. I talked about the...
she fucks that car.
I talked about fucking the car.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then she fucks another car later. Don't worry about it.
That's later. First she murders.
Yeah. So she goes to a house party with like some of the other showgirls invited her to or something. And
yeah,
she starts...
It goes bad.
And she starts like leaking motor oil out of her vagine.
You know.
Because that's what car cum is.
I mean, she
is
fucked
motor
the car,
oil, right?
so it's going to happen.
So she, at the party, takes a pregnancy test.
Yeah.
And finds out that she's pregnant.
That's right.
And then, I don't know, just gives herself the old...
the swirly.
The swirly. She does what Luke yelled at Wade at the ring one time.
Just scramble your unborn baby's brains
With a coat hanger?
Yeah. This was a metal hair chopstick.
Yeah.
The murder on the guy in the car was good.
Yeah.
Did she go stick through the ear? Or in the neck? I think it's through the ear. It was pretty brutal.
I goes through the ear.
Yeah.
Yeah, she took the thing and jabbed through his ear.
Bold statement. I hope that never happens to me.
Me too. Yeah, I would like to not have a thing jabbed in my ear through my brain and then
pass.
Be dead, you know?
Yeah.
I wrote she got the get tattoos for the sake of getting tattoos starter kit.
Oh yeah.
Because all of her tattoos are just like, oh, do you want to go hang out at Dave's house? We're just gonna like get together, have some drinks, and like, oh, he's got like he's learning how to be like a tattoo artist, so he's got like a needle and stuff.
You tattoos?
So like, yeah, maybe we'll get some random tattoos. And I'm like, oh yeah, sure. Like I'm not even gonna think about it. Just give me, give me like a dog, and then give me like a flower over here, and like all of her tattoos are fucking awful.
Yeah, they suck.
Like terrible. And then after the brutal attack, I was like, oh yeah, French women showering, fake news. But I'm like, but I will take randomly the girl from Raw full on naked.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah. I agree. You're correct. She kills a bunch of people at the house party.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah. Did something set her off? Or did she just...
I think she was just kind of like fucked up from giving herself an abortion.
I guess so. Yeah.
And was like, yeah, everybody gets to die.
I think maybe the first person deserved it, and then the rest were just to cover her tracks.
Yes.
And
No.
people kept showing up.
Yeah, people kept like appearing
And
from
she's
the
like-
hallway,
and it
she was
almost
like,
became comedic.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh my god, 2 more!"
another one. I just
How many
did,
people
I
are in
just
this
did
fucking
2.
house?
Yeah. And then like the last guy sees her and he's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say anything." I'm like, she's like, "No, you're dead.
I'm definitely killing you.
Yeah, you're fucking dead."
Oh yeah. One of
Got the chuckles.
one of the later people to emerge from a room in the comedy of errors that was the house party prompted me to write, "Look at the tits on this black dude."
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a weird ass body.
Yeah. He was like this big built but not slim black dude who just had like full beautiful muscly breasts.
Yes. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. That's some loose pec tissue.
Yeah. And one of the murders, she got a guy on the ground and then got the leg of a stool in his mouth.
Yeah.
And the satisfaction of that stool going down once it's in the guy's mouth, that's got to feel good.
Did I write any? What else did I write? So now after that, she's like known, like they're gonna get her because she's a fucking
She's
killer.
killed 100 people.
She's killed 6 million people.
I don't know if she killed 6 million people.
Think it's a lot. Think it's a big number.
Over what span? Like 4 years?
Yeah, or like a little less.
You couldn't even kill that many dogs that fast.
Yeah, that's probably true.
That's crazy.
So she's got to like make drastic changes, and I wrote, "Oh yeah, cut your hair super short because you're already so attractive."
I was kind of thinking the same thing.
Yeah,
I'm like,
like,
yeah, that'll throw them off.
That'll throw them off from your ugly face.
So yeah, she just sees like an old missing poster
from like years ago.
Yeah, and she's like, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, she fucking imposters it.
She literally fucking imposters it. I'm like, so this is like the documentary The Imposter, but also the imposter is pregnant with an unwanted car baby.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so she shaves her head. She like drastically tapes down her breasts, even though they're tiny and doesn't even.
She couldn't have like
real breasts, like good breasts.
Wandered around and found like one more missing child poster that might have been her gender.
Nope.
Okay.
First choice, best choice.
First choice, best choice.
Also decides to just like destroy her nose, so that
just-
it looks more like the guy's nose might be.
Yeah.
But also just to like not be
Not look
as
like
recognizable.
her. Yeah. She fights the sink and loses.
Yeah. Turns out that the missing kid is the son of a fire captain.
Vincent Lindell,
Vince Lindell,
our second Vincent Lindell movie.
Yeah, second appearance.
Taxi driver in La
Driver in
Haine.
La Haine, yeah.
Which Adam just did on his podcast. Would I call it copying? Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's. Oh, I've been meaning to do this on my
Watch
podcast.
this 1995
for
French movie.
Coward.
And there's here's what makes me feel like shit. Because this happened with
You said it to him that we just did it on the podcast, and he went, "Oh, you have a podcast?"
No, that would really make me feel like shit. No, this is the chat. This happened with Lahane and Soul Man. Okay. Adam does it on his podcast, and then people are like, "Hey, Scoot, have you heard of Soul Man?" I'm like, "Yeah, 6 fucking months ago when I did it on my podcast. You piece of shit." Blocked. Except I don't block because I'm not a coward.
Well, because they're gonna give you money.
And they might give me money
Fucking
one day.
cowards. See, that's the stuff that makes me mad.
I know. I feel you.
Yeah. Hey, have you guys ever thought of doing this on the podcast? Yeah, we did it for a full season.
We did.
Anyways,
Idiot.
not you guys though. Not you listening.
You guys are
The
beautiful.
other people who aren't listening.
other ones,
They're the problems. Yeah. So he kind of like that like doesn't want to do a DNA test. He just like
I know.
accepts that that's his
Yeah.
son. His missing son is grown up, has a fucked up face now, and
is a woman.
that's his kid.
And
So he sort of like, he tries to be like loving and like fun very much, and she's like, "Don't touch me." like,
don't touch
like,
me,
she
and
doesn't
she doesn't even speak.
She doesn't talk, but she
Yeah.
like does not want him to be like
No.
near her or affection.
And he's trying to be
or-
like super protective. And actually, there's a line I really liked. If anyone hurts you, I'll kill them, even if it's me. I'm like, I hope this is put to the test.
hurt her and find out.
Hurt her and kill yourself.
Yeah, fuck around and find out.
Yep.
What did I? Oh, so her dad also, I guess, just because he's an old man and a fireman, is doing anabolic steroids.
Big time steroids.
And I wrote, like, I really don't think I could do steroids. I don't like it when a registered nurse
Yeah.
puts a needle in my arm for something I need. I don't think
What would a registered nurse put a needle in your arm that you need? Anything recently?
horse blood.
Look, we can all agree that COVID's fake, but
Or
I think
placebos for vaccination for a virus that
yeah, but
doesn't.
I think there's something to be said for the mRNA technology, and I think we might even be able to bypass the surgery if we put all our
Yeah.
resources into maximizing what we can do with mRNA.
Yeah.
Something to think about, guys.
mRNA sex. Nope, not as work.
You tried.
But yeah, I don't think I can actively stick a needle
Yeah, I
in
don't
my
know.
butt like every day. Because even having a nurse do it when I'm not looking,
I don't like it.
grosses me
I
out.
don't like it, no.
And having to look and then go,
And you go bop. Yeah,
I couldn't do it.
that's why I have nothing but respect for Kevin.
Yeah, Big Kev,
Big Kev.
Big Kev.
He weighs one big Kev.
He is the baseline level.
He's
of
the
Big
standard
Kev.
bearer.
Yeah. All of us wish we were one Kev.
Yes.
One Big Kev.
We should all be so lucky.
We should all be so lucky. Oh yeah, so but he's kind of building an immunity to them. Like they're not
needs
working.
more and more steroids.
So he's like really like amping it up.
Yeah.
But obviously, he's
and one day he
old.
does too much.
Well, you were gonna stop doing them? No.
No, never.
So she's kind of like not happy about how like protective and possessive he's become, and she like wants to leave.
What a bitch, by the way.
Yeah.
Like this was her plan. Like okay,
Well, she's also a serial killer with a giant hole in her skull.
I
What do
mean,
you expect?
That's part, and perhaps harboring a car baby.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but like you wanted to impersonate a missing child.
Yeah.
So what was your plan? Like, why are you mad at the result? This is the ideal result.
Yeah. Are you surprised that somebody who's
Father
lost their
who is
child...
overjoyed
Yeah.
to have his child return.
What did you think he was going to... Oh, hey, you're back. Cool. There's your room. See you at dinner.
Yeah, like
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
you goddamn bitch.
You goddamn bitch. So yeah, but then before she can leave is when he has like the arrhythmia from
Steroid fall down.
doing too many steroids.
Yeah.
And she kind of like feels guilty
Yes.
and then sticks around, and that's when they sort of like get a little bit closer.
Yeah.
And then his estranged ex-wife comes around.
Yeah.
And she's kind of like I don't know if that's our kid. And he's like, it's our fucking kid. Like, you know, you have to accept that. They're like, I don't think, but like so the abortion doesn't work. And she is
not at all.
very pregnant.
Very-
So now she's spending all this time like taping down her tits and her belly.
And wearing loose
Which
clothes.
I can't imagine how uncomfortable that would be.
Oh my god, taping
Like,
down a pregnant belly.
Yeah. Like, I
bad.
couldn't imagine what that's
Probably
like.
not healthy either. For
You
a car baby.
For a growing baby, probably not.
It's the estranged mom that walks in on her taping down.
Yes.
Yes, and I'm
And
like,
decides to like kind of like
yeah.
turn a blind eye
She's like,
to it and like
well, she sees the father, and she's like, if everyone's happy, then
yeah,
great.
she's like, I don't love him anymore, but
Yeah.
if you're making him happy, then we'll just move
then
on.
great. But the walk-in is great. It's like, oh, hey, mom, it's me, your son, 14 months pregnant with a car and lactating motor oil. You remember? Like
Yeah.
the old days?
Hey, like you birthed me?
I can't remember what the situation was, but we were definitely dropping R's in foreign films in 2021 still, so I respect that.
I like it.
And I don't remember the order of movies I watched, but I wrote, oddly, the second movie in a row where the dad is a firefighter.
Huh.
I don't know what the other one was. I don't know if we've already done it or we'll do it
Maybe
later.
it's coming up. So they started to become closer, and then now, because as if being a serial killer and a showgirl and faking being a missing child 14 years later isn't enough, she now becomes like infatuated with the father and being like in like the world of being a fireman.
Yep.
And big old fire trucks, because I guess fire trucks are like
They're part of cartism.
are like black dick for cartism,
Oh, I bet they are.
because they're huge.
Yeah.
Huge and powerful, and they smell good.
Think of your dick as a fire truck. Because even a small fire truck is still a huge fire truck.
A huge fire truck. And
Matt liked that line so much.
yeah, he really did. So yeah, we get to go to the firehouse, where I was like, oh, nothing, just me and the boys having a
Dance party.
romantic boys dance party.
It really made me want to become a firefighter.
just shirtless and like
Yeah.
dancing with each other, hugging. No kissing though.
No
but
kissing.
hugging.
Yeah. Some hugging. Certainly.
So they have a boy dance party.
Boy dance
You
party.
put your hands on your hips and you shake that sack. Yeah, perfect. I don't know. My next note. Oh, and so she starts dancing.
Well, they're like pressuring her
Yeah.
to dance.
Yeah.
And they're like, dance, because
dance.
she's all shy.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay. And then she gets on top of the fire truck and does a goddamned whore dance.
Like a sexy bitch dance.
Just disgusting.
And they're like, listen, lady, this is boys' night out.
Yeah.
No sexy girl dancing.
What are you doing? And then
She's
everyone...
doing all of her like choreography from being a
Yeah.
showgirl.
Muscle memory. And the boy dance party ends.
Well, they're all like disgusted
awkwardly.
and unhappy, so they leave.
They all leave, and she's like, well,
I'm here.
that party went badly. I better fuck a fire truck.
Better get this big old black fire truck dick in my puss.
And she does.
I also wrote, oh look, a cutter. What a surprise.
Big surprise.
Then punching the baby out of your stomach
Oh.
is a joke I've done to every woman I've ever dated, and also to myself when I've eaten too much. And then I wrote, it said, gross, a woman dancing at our boys only shirts off dance party.
Yep.
And then I only have one. I have 2 notes left, but that's at the end.
I wrote, wouldn't be a French movie without at least a little bit of incest.
It's not real incest, though.
But the dad thinks it... Oh, no, the dad kind of also
He
knows.
kind of figures it out towards
Yeah.
that it's not really. And then he was just kind of, like, delusional because
Yeah.
he wanted it to be true.
Yeah.
I wrote,
But also you kind of want to fuck this
well,
pregnant
I wrote,
garbage.
well, at least she got to kiss her dad.
Exactly.
And then, so they kind of... They don't fuck, but they like
No.
she kisses him on the bed, and he's like into it for a second, but then he's
Like,
kind of like
maybe
"Ooh, I don't
this is
know,
weird,
this is
which
kinda
is shockingly self-aware for a French person.
yeah. But then she tells him who she is.
Yeah. I'm that serial killer.
yeah.
P.S.
And then
And also,
she
hella pregnant.
yeah. Then there's like the full like taking off, like revealing that she's a girl and she's pregnant, and the she then
Baby's coming.
And then I wrote,
Baby's coming.
Give me motor, baby. And she gives birth to what is mostly a human, but partially a truck.
Kind of like metal exospine.
Yeah, but then I was like, it's underwhelming. I wanted it to be
I know,
more...
and I agree. I wanted, like you did, more motory, maybe.
more motory, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted the back legs to be wheels.
Sure.
Or like...
Or
like tailpipe dick.
Love a tailpipe dick. Hands and feet wheels.
Yeah.
Terrifying Return to Oz style.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, or like one Like one eye is a speedometer or something. Get creative.
Or like it's got an antenna.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you can get AM and FM.
Yeah, put it wherever you want.
Amplitude modulation and frequency modulation, which I think is what those stand for. But
Sure.
now I'm full of doubt.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. And but it was more baby than car.
Yeah, disappointing.
Yeah. One of the half and I'm always a half and half guy.
Yeah. Then the only things I left was Lightning McQueen got some serious ass in this movie. And
it's Cars for grown-ups.
This was also the 6,000th movie I logged on Letterboxd, and I wrote thought I should celebrate my sad, lonely existence with some pure, unadulterated insanity.
Nice. Yeah, my last note was Julia Ducournau makes fucked up movies.
Yeah, she does. Eating people and fucking cars.
I can't wait to see what nonsense she does next.
Upcoming.
Maybe the only good girl director.
Well, let's let her have a couple more tries and then we'll see.
We'll reserve judgment.
She's currently doing a TV show about fashion designer Christian Dior, as he dethrones Coco Chanel and helps return spirit and life to the world of his iconic women of beauty and influence.
That doesn't sound that fucked up.
Not really.
Do a weird
Ben
movie,
Mendelsohn
lady.
and Juliette Binoche.
Oh, those are both good people.
And John Malkovich. And
TV show, is it?
It's a TV show.
Wow.
It's a TV show. 10 episodes.
Huh.
And is that me? Huh? Oh yeah, whatever. Yeah, anyways, that was Titan.
Titan E.
Titan E.
1998.
Titanium E.
Catboy, don't accidentally write Titan E 1998. That's not the movie we did. Oh, damn, Catboy, you've had a fucking vacation.
Yeah.
You better be on your shit come Monday, Tuesday.
You better pump that shit out, like, right away.
Timestamps! Catboy, fetch me my timestamps. Damn, I would love to run a business full of Catboys. And also be one.
Be one, yeah.
Well, I wouldn't be running the business if I wasn't one. They wouldn't respect me if I was just a dude.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
Zootopia Plus, speaking of Catboys.
Yep.
Zootopia Plus Season 1. Are there to be more seasons? Do we know?
Dear God, I hope
Is that a limited run?
I think it was a limited run, but that doesn't mean anything because Disney will just do whatever the fuck they want.
They will. This is brought to us by Tommy.
Yeah, I think it was like brought up by me as like, well, Scott and I haven't even seen Zootopia Plus, so
It'd be a shame if nobody paid us to watch it.
So, as much as we love Zootopia,
as much as it inspires my fashion most days,
this is not that good.
It's not that good.
It's pretty bare bones.
Yeah.
There's 6 episodes. They are all 12 minutes.
I think some are less than 10.
10?
I think it's 6 that total like.
It's like 48 minutes or something.
Yeah, something like that.
But all of them are taking place at the same time as the events of the movie. And a lot, like, I wrote a little bit of note for everything, but my final note for the whole thing is it's kind of lazy to just use footage from the movie and then do a little bit extra to consider it's its own thing.
It took me a second to realize I'm like, wait, this isn't new stuff. This is literally stuff from the movie, and then things added to it.
And then stuff added to it, yeah.
But like, not everything you see is original.
No, because like it starts off. The first one is called Hop on Board because her name's Judy Hop, Officer Judy Hop, and
I get it.
It starts with her getting on the train to go into Zootopia to train to be a police officer, which is like early on in the movie.
Yeah.
And then what ends up happening is one of the youngest members of her family is riding on the top of the train, and her parents have to panic chase the train into Zootopia to get her back.
Yeah.
But a lot of it is just like what you already had seen in Zootopia, and they just drew in that added stuff over top of it.
Exactly.
So like it's not really its own thing. I mean, there's not a lot to go into detail because they're all really short.
My first note for this one was, where are the tigers?
You'll get them.
Okay.
You'll get them. They
All
show
right.
up. I liked that Siri was Deary.
Yes.
It was pretty cute.
That was nice.
And I wrote, hey, bunnies, stop being so horny. Because the mom and dad both, like, are, like, very subtly sexual. And I don't care for it.
And they have 1,000 children.
kids.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, this recommendation is literally from
a horny
bunny.
I know.
So-
I'm well aware, Scott. Yeah, this one's not that great. Like, it's just
This I had forgotten from actual Zootopia that we get our animal butthole fix via the yoga nudists.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good stuff there.
So they're driving in a car. They're chasing the train.
Yeah.
They're going through like the tundra world and the savannah land and you know all those.
It's a chase sequence.
It's a chase sequence, which
Yeah.
it's fine. It's nothing spectacular. There's no like good jokes in it. Like there's nothing other than Deary.
Yeah, Deary's good. I think it's at the end where they've saved the little bunny from being smashed by a monorail.
Yeah.
That the parents kiss because they are in fact subtly sexual.
Yeah.
And I like the little tail wiggle when the bunnies kiss. It's cute.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. The second one is like a spoof of the Real Housewives of something.
The Real Rodents of Little Rodentia.
Sure.
My first note: where are the tigers?
They're coming.
Okay.
Don't worry, they're coming. So yeah, this one follows like the Snooki-esque little shrew.
I do not like the design of these shrews.
They're like long, thin, with like the weird teeth.
I don't like any of that.
Yeah, I don't like it at all.
Mice and rats, great.
Yeah.
But the shrews are ugly.
Don't want to fuck her?
I don't want to fuck her.
I don't like the beehive haircut. It's stupid.
No, it's that's also disgusting.
So
maybe it's just the hairdo. Maybe I like the shrews and the haircut's disgusting.
Maybe.
But no, but yeah, their other rodents look great.
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah, but the shrews they're so stylized.
Yeah, they really are.
And yeah.
This one takes place during the time when Officer Judy Hopps is chasing after Weaselton through Little Rodentia. Like, so it's just before that event, and then the culmination of that event is when she stops her from getting crushed by the giant fake donut in the movie. So the idea is that it's like...
And that's, just to be clear, an actual donut and not a horse's butthole.
Yes.
Yeah. They're
gross.
They're sorry. They're donut shaped and called that.
That's still gross. I don't need to talk about that on the podcast.
We gotta learn. We gotta educate and entertain.
No thanks.
It's infotainment.
No. So yeah, it is like Real Housewives. She's got all of her bridesmaids, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna choose who my maid of honor is," and all of then they're doing like the little talking head interview stuff, and then her like random dumb bitch cousin shows up, and she's like a queen bee, and they get into arguments, and they clash, and they go like whatever. And then she decides like I'm just gonna do my own thing without her and not tell her. So then like the only good thing I wrote from this was when they go to the bridal shop to look for dresses, and they're all sitting on the couch, and she's like one of the random like friends is holding an empty champagne bottle, and you see this massive bottle come in, and it's kind of quivering, and this one little drop comes up and fills the cup, and then the polar bear bodyguard is like, whew, whew. Like, that was the only good part of it.
Yeah, that was good.
Then, do you have anything else for that? No?
I wrote, mice and rats cute, shrews busted.
Yeah. So number 3 was Duke the Musical.
The Musical.
Which takes place after Duke Weaselton has been caught, because he steals the money that Judy Hopps is chasing after, and then this is after he gets released from prison, or from jail, and he's thinking like, oh, maybe I've made a bad decisions in my life, like I should be upright citizen and not a criminal. And then he does like a big song and dance number of singing about why he should turn his life around, but also he's like tempted to still be a bad guy. The only 2 things that I wrote were I love you, Alan Tudyk. And I liked that the money was called $1, and it had a deer on it, like a male deer on it. Like,
Yeah.
that was pretty funny.
It was good stuff. My first and really only note for this was, where are the tigers?
Don't worry, they're coming.
Okay.
The next one was called Godfather of the Bride.
So this is by far the highest rated episode
It's the one I cared the least about, I think.
of the group. Yeah.
I think it was like one of the ones that I was like, meh, whatever.
I'm like,
And I wrote no notes for it.
I wrote, let me see. Where are the tigers?
Don't worry, they're coming.
Okay.
C-U-M-M-I-N-G.
Oh yeah, more shrews. Really, we needed two shrew ones.
I guess they were the favorite character,
the ugliest character
They were
design
the
in the
favorite
movie.
side characters of the movie.
Yeah, I don't think that was necessary.
So this one takes place. Well, this one is This is the only one that doesn't really take place during the movie, other than like the very end of it, because it's a flashback to like it's essentially Once Upon a Time in America.
Yeah.
But with shrews and living in America the whole time, or living in Zootopia the whole time.
Yeah.
And it's just sort of like the rise to power of how he became the Godfather, and like the polar bears and all that stuff. But there's like nothing about it that's like funny or interesting.
There was one thing I like. There's one good thing where because they start in the old country and then they take a ship across to the new world and all that, and it's revealed that the old country is like 20 feet away.
Yeah, so there's a giant
across
puddle.
a big puddle.
Yeah,
that was a good.
And then when they go to when they go to bring the rest of the family over, the polar bear just like lifts the thing and carries it across the water, and they're all there. Yeah. So then the fifth one...
There's a tiger at the end of it riding the bus. And I was like, come back!
Yeah. Well, there's also a tiger in the first one. When he's asleep on the train and she walks through his mouth while he's sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the fifth one is a parody of So You Think You Can Dance.
It's called...
So You Think You Can
Prance.
Which is about Clawhauser, the fat leopard in the...
Fat cheetah, I think.
Fat cheetah.
That's the gag.
Fat cheetah. In the police department, who is obsessed with Gazelle.
Yeah.
And he's going to go try out to be her new dancer.
I think, shameful admission, I think it took me until this episode to realize there was footage from regular Zootopia in this.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
You know what I didn't write in this? Where are the tigers? Because we got them.
Yeah. I wrote that... So anyways, so he's going to go audition to be the new dancer for Gazelle, which is, of course, Shakira.
Yeah.
And he needs a partner. So he calls backup to meet him there.
Yeah.
Then he rushes there and gets in, and they're like, "Where's your partner?" And he goes, "Oh, I called for backup. He's coming.
He's coming."
And then in comes Chief Bogo, and I couldn't believe they got Idris Elba.
They got
to do
Idris.
this shit.
Yep.
Are you fucking kidding me? Idris is gonna do this shit.
He did Cats, man.
Yeah. He also might be James Bond, and you're gonna do this shit.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. So they get inside and they kind of introduce like the judges.
Yeah.
I'm like, is it racist that all of the judges are
black coated big cats?
in a dance
I'm not sure.
thing?
It's like it was like 3 cat Randy Jacksons.
It was 2 tigers and like a leopard.
Yeah.
And they were all Randy Jackson.
Yes.
Like one of them was legitimately dressed like Randy Jackson,
Yes.
and the other 2 just acted
Also
like
talked
Randy
like
Jackson.
Randy Jackson. Yeah. I was a fan.
So Clawhauser...
I do like that it's just sort of understood that big cats are always coded as cool.
Well, come on.
I know. It's, obvious. I'm just glad they get it.
It's a dance competition, and he convinces Chief Bogo that somebody's trying to kill Gazelle, and that they need to go undercover to find out who it is and whatever, or kidnap her or whatever. And so he goes, okay, well, that's fine. So they get like all, dance costumey and...
Should we do this sparkle and paint job?
I mean, we probably could at some point.
Yeah.
And
It's quite something.
Clawhauser says... Oh, I love going into fur and makeup. And I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it would be called.
It would be called that.
I like it.
We should go into fur and makeup.
Fur and makeup. So yeah, he's gonna do the dance routine, and right before they go on, he tells Bogo that like, and just so you know, we're actually here to do this dance thing, and I need your help. And he's like, he panics. Clawhauser goes out and does this like dance. He gets buzzed no by all the judges except for Gazelle.
Very sad.
Then he almost falls off stage, and Bogo catches him. Then they do this like thing, but it's like. It's not even a dance. It's acrobatics. It's like a Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah, it is very.
So you're not
Cirque du
even
Soleil,
doing backup dancing.
Yeah,
but
it does feature a Bogo ab flex.
Yep.
That is some very unsubtle fur bait.
Did he have cum gutters?
Big
cum gutters.
Just everything pointing to the danger zone.
One of the Randy Jackson Tigers was wearing a hat that just said "Prance" on it, and
that
I believe,
we're gonna try to
we
find.
should probably get that. Then the reveal is that it's when it's in the movie when he falls asleep watching the app on his phone that makes your head go over one of the backup dancers for Gazelle, and it's saying, "Oh, you're doing so good, Clawhauser. Keep dancing, Clawhauser." So then he goes in to talk to Bogo. Turns out that Bogo also has the app, and he also loves Gazelle, and he's done the same thing. That's where this part of the movie is, and I wrote the reveal of Clawhauser waking up in a pile of food, fat, and with his phone on. It hits too close to home. And the sixth and final one is...
Damn, that Prance hat is cool.
It's really cool. Yeah, I would love that hat.
And the guy's name is DJ Stripes.
Yep.
Damn, everything about him's cool.
It's the only good part of this thing.
The only Zootopia hats coming up are like a Judy
like for kids,
a Judy Hopps hat with bunny ears coming out of it.
No thanks.
I got no time for that.
So the last one is called Dinner Rush, and it's about an otter who works at a fancy restaurant.
I fucked her actually.
Yeah. Nice. I
wrote Where Are the Tigers?
You already saw the tigers, and you're never seeing another tiger.
I don't want him back.
Too bad.
I miss DJ Stripes.
No, too bad. DJ Stripes is dead.
Ah!
He got feline AIDS.
No!
From you.
Oh, well, that makes sense. I fucked him.
Yeah.
And then I gave it to this otter girl.
This is Otter Girl working at a fancy restaurant, and she's trying to finish her shift so she can go to the Gazelle concert.
Yeah.
And just before she can leave, the final guests of her, shift come in, and it's two sloths, and then they just
what are the odds?
Then they just do the fucking sloth.
They do the sloth gag
from the movie, which is just boring as shit.
Yeah,
because it's it's funny the first time you do it.
Yeah,
but then when you're gonna do it 30 times, it's not really.
It
funny.
loses some of its luster.
So they have the dinner time. She's trying to move them along really fast, and they're not talking fast enough.
Yeah,
and so she's trying to rush to get the thing done. Then she kind of concedes that okay, I guess I'm not going to the fucking concert.
Yeah.
And then they, he proposes, and the whole thing goes, the whole dinner goes awry, and, all the customers are not happy. And then she says, okay, well, I was going to go to this concert, and I would really like to go. And then they were like, oh, we're also going. So then she gets in the car with them to go, and it's, the end scene of the movie when Nick and Judy are cop partners, and they pull him over racing in the car, and, that's the whole fucking gag. And I was and I wrote, the sloth gag really only works once.
Sure does.
Yeah. So I was disappointed that it wasn't very good, but I also had heard it wasn't very good, and I wasn't expecting it to really rock my world.
Yeah. My just my overall note, which is a positive.
Where are the tigers?
Firstly, where are the tigers? They definitely need their own episode. Zootopia nails furry dress code.
Yep.
Nails it. Regular clothes, bare feet, tail hole. Perfect.
Yep.
Doing it just right.
Perfect.
No notes.
Okay. Would you like to finish with
No.
1974's word,
I don't know if we can do it.
we can't say?
Boy.
C, star, N, skin.
1974. It's a different time, guys. It was a different time. Coonskin. Brought to us by the incomparable Zimbo Venus. Why did we end on this?
You chose the order.
I did.
You know, it was originally titled Harlem Nights.
That's less upsetting.
And for whatever reason, it didn't get chosen as the actual title.
Ralph Bakshi decided to shoot the moon on it.
Apparently. Apparently when Martin Scorsese was filming Taxi Driver near Times Square in 1976, He captured footage of people panicked running out of a theater near showing this movie because protesters had gone in and set off smoke bombs.
Oh my God.
Inside the theater.
That's wild.
So yeah, pretty crazy.
4 seconds into this movie, and it's already very much not okay.
Yeah.
It just stays there. Ralph Bakshi considers this his greatest work. Based.
That is a bold statement.
Right?
Yeah. I don't know what why you hate the rest of your filmography, but although
He did Fritz the Cat, right? That's better. That has cat sex.
Yeah, I mean that one's less incoherent. I can tell you what he's done. He's done. Well, I guess I'll just do movies because I don't think. Well, maybe I mean he does mean everything. He directed some a bunch of episodes of the '60s and '70s Spider-Man cartoon.
Oh yeah.
Then he did Fritz the Cat. He did this. He did the animated Lord of the Rings movie.
That's right.
He did Fire and Ice. He did Cannonball Run 2.
Hell yeah.
He did he did like some David Bowie music videos, and that's kind of it. So this
Fritz.
could be his second best thing, or the Spider-Man cartoon.
Hey, 60 Spider-Man is sick.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this movie is very incoherent. I don't really.
It's nuts.
I don't think I enjoyed it at all. I think it was kind of.
I enjoyed bits.
Oh, the part where the white guy said the N-word?
I like where the white guy said the N-word. I like when somebody got involuntary trans and blackfaced.
Yeah, I like Miss America.
I like Miss America. I like potentially incestuous gay sons of the crime boss.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Did you enjoy Barry White as a bear?
I enjoyed Barry White.
Yeah. I also like Scatman Crothers.
Yep.
I'm a Scatman
Wee
Crothers.
bop 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 bop.
There was some scat at the beginning, wasn't there?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Scatman. Why wouldn't he?
Well, I don't think he
I know.
scatted, but it's like 5 minutes into this movie. I don't think I really looked up anything about it, and I wrote, "Oh God, I hope this is made by a white person."
Oh, it is.
Yeah, good news.
Don't
it
worry
was.
about it. Yeah. Ralph, not a gentleman of color.
Not a gentleman of color, but not afraid to act like he is.
He's not a BIPOC pangender person who would never listen to the music of Bach. Tar callback.
Yeah, that's right. If we hurry up, we can get this done in under 3 hours.
So exciting. What are we at? 3:06?
2:35.
Oh, easy.
Easy?
Walk in the park, pal.
Bullshit.
No, easy.
Okay. Then prove it. Whip your dick out and prove it.
Present it.
The
The opening song contains the phrase natural blackface.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that.
that's what it is.
I suppose it is. There's cop killing really early on.
Cop killer.
Cop killer, guilty as charged. Dave Matthews Band's Cop Killer. Okay, so the premise is Scatman. Who's being someone? Is it Philip Michael Thomas being broken out of jail?
Yeah, and Scatman.
And Scatman's just with him. And Scatman just decides to tell him this story while they're waiting for their boys to come bustin', come get bustin'. And
It's so sad that we're gonna have to find a new place to bust.
That hasn't really hit me yet. It still needs to sink in.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna wake up in the middle of the night screaming that someone other than
I need to bust.
someone other than me owns Little St. James right now. It's very upsetting to me. But I think if we make him an offer he can't refuse.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, you want to unsully the name of this?
You want to flip this for a tidy profit immediately?
Yeah.
Because
And,
let's be honest, Sam, if that's your real name, I don't know.
Sam the Ma'am Levine.
I don't think you have the busting capability that's going to be required for a place like Little St. James. Look, keep BSJ. Do your what was he even going to do there?
Resort.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Look, you can have the bigger one. I just want the little one. Who's even going to miss it? Not you.
No, not at all.
Yeah, no, I think this is still doable. I remain optimistic.
Okay.
Yeah, so Scatman's telling this story. It like intentionally like Uncle Remusy, Song of the Southie. Song of the Southie, that's the Boston version. You know what? I'm writing
That's
song.
it.
I'm writing Song of the
You got
Southie.
it. You got it.
Mark Wahlberg is Uncle Remus in Song of the Southie. Fun. Yeah, so everything, the beginning is live action, and then the story that Scatman's telling is animated on live action backgrounds,
Yeah.
as the 70s enjoyed doing.
They sure did.
Yeah, so and he tells a story of like Brother Rabbit, Brother Bear, and Preacher Fox, and the character design is very interesting. One, it's very, very black and kind of racist. But number two, like Brother Rabbit and Brother Bear look like a rabbit and a bear.
Yes.
And Preacher Fox just looks like a fucked up black dude.
Yeah. There's not a lot of fox.
He's not
going on
foxy.
there. No.
Nah. So it was weird. And also, while he looks like a rabbit, Rabbit is real blackfacey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's some Al Jolson shit. He really is.
Yeah. I just wrote some black horin, which I think was just a line someone said.
Sure.
That I enjoyed. I believe it was part of a song that I agreed with. Killing crackers is in fact cool any day of the week.
Yeah.
You want to talk about fat nude black Jesus?
I would love to talk about the man with the smallest on-screen black penis I've ever seen.
It's true.
Itty bitty little Mark penis.
Shocking. Giant fat black Christian preacher scammer. Who's fully nude for most of the musical number he's involved in, with a full-on micro penis.
Micro penis.
It's great.
You
like to say it's representation.
Yep.
There are black dudes with micro penises, and you never get
wild.
to see him besides Terrence Howard.
Besides the man with the smallest micro penis. How he hasn't killed himself, I will never know.
He's a star actor.
Well,
Think of the adversity he's overcome.
he was maybe a star actor for 5 years.
Hustle and Flow, that was a good one.
Yeah. And then the first Iron Man, and then
First
he was,
Iron Man,
and then he was
and
kind of a
not
bitch.
second
And then he was kind of a
Iron Man.
bitch about it, so he didn't get to come back.
Yeah, what was the deal? Like, you think
What's the deal with
What's
Terrence
the
Howard?
deal? I mean, a few things of the deal with Terrence Howard.
I think he just held out for more money or something, and then they were like,
I'm sure it paid off.
No.
I'm sure he's glad he lost his Marvel contract.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm sure he's fine with it.
Yeah. Also, he invented his own math.
Yep.
Yeah. I think he might be crazy.
You don't say.
Can you blame him? Wouldn't being a black dude with a dick like that make you go crazy?
Wouldn't any man with a dick like that?
And make up your own math. 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2.
No.
Is a real thing that Terrence Howard said.
The system is racist.
That's true.
Yeah. It's not allowing for an objective view of what 1 + 1
now
is.
that's now I'm mad again.
Yep.
That's not even Terrence Howard. I'm just mad at
A dumb bitch.
a dumb bitch.
Yeah.
I hope she was doing a bit, but I fear she wasn't.
I wrote that there was a trans bartender in 1975. That's pretty progressive.
I would like to check out 70s New York.
Yeah. I think it'd be pretty fun.
Like gritty, dirty.
Oh,
transy.
where your white-faced bitch ass would be.
I mean, I'd like to
okay.
be in a protective bubble.
A Popemobile?
A Popemobile type. I would like to take a Popemobile tour of 1974 Harlem.
Yeah.
And Manhattan. I mean,
Yeah.
Times Square was just a mess too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see all.
That'd
of
be pretty
it.
cool.
Yeah. I don't need this.
And guess what? 8's hadn't been invented yet, so you're fine.
How good were the 70s?
Oh, I mean, it's the 60s.
So good. 60s, 70s, the fucking best.
All the drugs you want.
God damn it.
Nobody's dying of overdoses.
Music was good. Movies were good.
Yeah. People were fucking.
Man.
Now you can't even touch a toilet seat without getting full
You
blown
can't even
AIDS.
touch a child without getting in trouble.
Yeah. 60s you could.
Totally could.
60s it was encouraged.
Yeah. Free love.
Hey, go hang out with the weird guy at the end of the street. He'll teach you some stuff.
Wash your hands. They're sticky.
Wash your hands are sticky. There was a lot of ghost faces saying the N-word.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot of.
Cops. etc.
Yep.
Yeah, so the basic deal is that Preacher Fox like kind of falls ass backward into like running the Harlem crime syndicate and is taking out all his competitors basically. And like the first one is fat black nude black Jesus.
Terrence Howard.
Yeah, and then Terrence Howard, if you will. Oh yeah. A classic Scott note that made him laugh. In the Fat Nude Black Jesus musical number, they were talking about like white oppressors, and they're like, police are white, oppressors are white, landlords are white. I'm like, well, landlords are a kind of white. I don't know.
I don't know if white.
They're the same as the police and the oppressors.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Anyway, a lot of murder in this movie.
Yeah,
This is just like very
Violent.
very
murder.
willy-nilly with with the deaths. I I guess about halfway through I wrote down, I am becoming increasingly uncomfortable with these all black characters with giant red lips in pimp and basketball outfits.
Yeah.
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 At some point I wrote, good old fashioned 70s New York transvestite.
Yeah.
Love
oh
it.
yeah.
Just love it.
Yeah,
So like the second boss level, I guess, was the corrupt cop who's like a bagman for the mafia,
Yeah.
who is very freely blasting ends.
Yep. Big time.
And they what's the deal? They get him to a bar, drug him with
him.
LSD.
Yep.
And
That
then,
while he's tripping balls.
Yeah, and then,
they drag him in the back room.
they trans him up, they black him up,
yeah.
and then leave him outside
Yep.
for the other cops to
Yep, the
murder
cops
because
murder
he's a
him.
black trans.
Yeah.
The system works.
I don't know where this note is, but it's the next note on my thing, and I think it's somewhere around here. I just wrote, I was really hoping for some nice, non-animated black boobs, and I got them.
Yeah, you did. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you really got him.
got 'em.
It was a pair.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm sure I wrote something. How could I miss it? Sometimes you just need a pair of big sloppy black titties.
Yep.
And goddamn, did they deliver?
Yeah.
That was great. Thumbs up.
Bold statement.
Okay.
If we lived somewhere where there were more African American
With
people,
more than one black guy.
I think I would do quite well with the black ladies.
Okay.
I think I'm
Elaborate.
the kind of white guy.
Well, you're the kind of guy who fucks a lot of people. No?
I'm gonna end it there.
Actually?
No. I feel like I'm the kind of white guy who black girls would think is
love
like
this.
adorbs,
Okay.
and then would be really like, I'm gonna give him a shot, and then I would do really well.
I like that.
Yeah,
like
but it's
that
a
for
shame that I've only met like 3 in my life.
Yeah.
So,
and only fuck
If
two.
only more people. Oh, I was gonna say my Nubian brothers and sisters. Could I say that?
I mean, you could do worse.
Would move to Canada that's not Toronto or Montreal. But
and then it's only Jamaican.
well, it's just Caribbean in general. But
Island rhythms.
yeah, but yeah, I'm finding myself as I get older,
Fascinated
increasingly more attracted
by the dark continent.
to the dark continent. Yeah, I really am.
Remember when I did...
Before I was kind of like, yeah, I mean, sure, but now I'm like,
Now
yeah,
you're intrigued. Well, now
Yeah.
that South America's off the table, now you
Yeah.
have to go to a new continent.
I've been annexed. I've been annexed from the equator.
Remember when I did the voice for the entire E40 interview?
Yeah,
I wonder if I'm going to keep that in. Nah, I will.
you're gonna.
It was fun.
You're gonna.
No regrets.
Yeah. So during all that, I wrote, oh no, they got him, forced trans. And then later I wrote, oh, so everyone's trans.
There was a lot, yeah.
But
'cause-
I don't know if they were trans or they were just like overly exaggerated, effeminate gays.
That might have just been what gays were in the 70s.
I mean, that's what gays are now, Scott. That's what you and I are.
I guess that's true.
You and I are sex.
And there's some kind of musical interstitial stuff, and yeah, there's one with large-breasted Miss America, who it was very funny where black dude's seducing her, and then she just meekly says rape, and then he is immediately hung.
Yeah,
it was pretty good. Oh yeah, so there's actually a sick idea in this that I'm shocked hasn't been put into practice in real life. A whorehouse where you marry the whore first, so it's legal and then you divorce her on the way out.
Yeah.
It's a good system.
It's great. It's a great system.
So you just go to a place to fuck your wife.
Yeah.
Who's getting hurt by that? Nobody. Nice and legal who gets shot right in the titty?
Well, Barry White gets blasted.
Oh, he gets blasted
300 times and then survives,
and he's okay. Well, I think a woman gets just a bullet through the. Maybe one of the crime boss's daughters or something, or transvestite sons.
Very possible.
One of the two. Oh, yeah, and I was wondering, much like you with Sloppy Black Titties, I was wondering if there was going to be live-action blackface. And I also was not let down, because we had a blackface clown near the end of the movie.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. If a white person made this today, he would go to jail.
Oh, he would be lynched faster. Nope, can't say that.
I was surprised I was able to find this to download or purchase legally or whatever the thing is.
Or whatever you're supposed to say on this.
Actually, I would download a car. Mindy.
I would download a car.
Yeah. What else you got?
Oh, I'm done with notes.
I'm also done with notes. How was your birthday?
Barry White becomes a boxer for the mob.
Oh yeah, he becomes a boxer.
Then they do the old trickaroo.
They do a full literally the Song of the South thing. Yeah. The Brer Rabbit Tar Baby.
Yeah.
And I can say that because I'm black and white and mostly orange
and
gay.
That's not what I was going for. But okay.
What?
Indian.
No.
Almost exclusively Indian.
I do not like being described as almost exclusively Indian. This guy, pretty much all the way Indian.
All the way Indian.
Yeah, Bear White, Brother Bear, becomes a boxer, and then the mob boss is there, and they start stabbing the rabbit, but it's a tar rabbit, and also a bomb, and the entire arena explodes and vaporizes all the bad guys while they escape out of it, and everybody's happy. Oh, but they didn't tell Barry White about it.
Yeah.
And he was like, what the fuck was that? They're like, oh no, we had it handled. Like, you could have told me, assholes. There's no reason that it would have ruined the plan by you telling me instead of just me being terrified.
Yeah.
So that was fun. And it was Coonskin.
And then they go and rescue Scatman. And...
Oh yeah, then back to real life. Barry and I don't know, Larry White, his brother, show up and bust the dudes out of jail while 1,000 cops are shooting at them.
All of the cops.
And nobody gets shot, luckily. And drive off into the Oklahoma sunset.
Yep. Perhaps
to live the stories that have been told of the Fox, Rabbit, and Bear, who also came from the South to go to Harlem, where every beep can make a living. I think something to the effect of that is what was said. Don't know. It's in any time frame how a white guy made this movie is completely shocking to me.
Yeah.
But shout out to Ralph. His magnum opus, as per in his own words.
Yep.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I don't know how you could make Fritz the Cat and this and say this is your best work.
I don't know.
Zero.
I don't know.
Zero cats fuck in this movie.
Yeah.
Let's be clear.
Yeah.
None.
None.
Lots of cats fucking Fritz the cat.
I mean, almost the entire movie.
A lot of it is
a
cat
cat fucking.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
Great movie. Hey, if someone wants to pay for that. Someone wants to pay for the real Ralph Bakshi best work.
Yeah.
Hey,
We can compare and contrast.
$100, paypal.me/notscotthenson. We can make it happen. We can do a little transaction, me and you. We can have some some transaction.
Transaction.
How was your birthday? Was it a good birthday?
It's great. I have been playing PlayStation 5 this entire time.
Have you been playing it or editing rosters from scratch on NHL 23?
Shut the fuck up.
Look, I'm just asking questions. How close do you live to EA Sports?
Like a 18-minute drive.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's just something to think about. I'm not saying do anything. I'm not saying
That's true.
don't. I'm not
That's
saying
true.
don't do anything.
That's true.
Are we under 3 hours?
Yeah, we got 7 minutes.
Fucking told you. You want to vamp for 7 minutes,
Nope.
or you want?
I would like to tell you that on Dynamite next week, they're doing, for God knows what reason, Anna Jay versus Julia Hart.
Oh no!
Why?
But
They
Drew,
literally took the two women on their roster that can't wrestle, and they're like,
didn't they wrestle recently and it was terrible?
was it Penelope Ford?
Maybe Penelope was in the mix.
I don't remember. It was Anna Jay and someone.
But Drew, this is on national television.
Well, I don't say, man.
It's on cable TV.
I don't know what's saying, man. Omega Moxley in a cage.
Yep.
Phoenix versus Claudio, double Jeopardy.
Okay.
Orange Cassidy versus Daniel Garcia. Anna Jay versus Julia Hart. And House of Black versus Best Friends and Bandito.
Okay.
Because Bandito's their friend now.
Fun show.
As of right now, All In has sold 69,400
Holy
and
shit.
something tickets.
That's pretty good, guys.
Fucking nuts. And Jade Cargill is 57-0. Bye. Hope you enjoyed that information.
I fucked her.
I would. Are you kidding me?
She's a striking woman.